have anybody.
Hey, look.
I don't have anybody using any of my footage.
Look, live video footage. I'm all like doing a hand job. Hand job?
That's lovely.
That was your carrier and I got hand job in. Nobody's watching mine yet because they haven't found it. I had to terminate the previous stream.
Actually, East Storm, I just got out of a viewing for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, which is why I'm wearing it. Which I think I was gonna wear this shirt, but
Hey, look who it is. Oh, yeah, we're on your stream too. I'll try real hard to be G-ish rated.
I love your videos. They make me try new things. Well, thank you so much, East Storm. I personally like. Whenever I started this channel, like it was sort of like
Oh, there we go. Hi, 7 people.
it was almost my push to try anything because I honestly I've always been like really picky eater, but doing the channel is I kind of grew up into doing it. That's great. From a van with like white windows, right, where there's you can't see inside.
Why are you not moving a picture? It's scaring me. Like, you're not moving.
I just read the.
I understand now. We had a long conversation. This is something no, I don't care about. We had a long conversation about camera placement, what kind of cameras we use, and he was very, you were very obsessive with the way your camera was positioned so that you could see things. And I was like, well, you're using a laptop, but I understand now. I get it, bro.
What do you get?
That you're looking at the camera, you're not looking at.
No, I don't. I really don't.
You know he's gonna have a door open for him.
Now. I'm open to suggestions.
That's how he became a carrier.
This guy, this guy, it's one of the gods. No, I'm not.
This guy was doing it before me.
But I forgot what I was saying.
I do that to people a lot.
We got a compliment on Jurassic Park and Gas Monkey.
Sweet.
I should have.
We should quit now because
I should have brought that drink, but I didn't. I was like,
you know what?
Gas Monkey energy. And when I saw you wearing that shirt when you got out of your car, I was like, that would have been perfect. You would have already been wearing the shirt.
And I forgot all about it. Look, that's the old stream. I'm watching the stream from 5 minutes ago.
Oh, you did a test stream?
I did on accident. It was going, and I was like, I'm not just gonna jump into Port Trav and make him just, I don't know, whatever.
Before I forget, what is up, Creed? I pretty much grew up going to school with Creed. A friend of mine. He lives around here.
Watch
he
this.
Won't say.
He's talking about trees. Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
You're now going to be sucked into this weird zone where you're seeing what happened about 30 seconds ago because they're living what happened 30 seconds ago, man.
Your camera angle is killing it. Like that is so much better than mine. Just saying.
He's not telling you to abandon the channel and go to Mr. Happy. He's saying he enjoys the camera angle. What you want to get? You want to get yours up higher? You want to shoot from above us? Maybe we can get Dominic to loan us a drone.
Sometimes I do like the downward angle, and then I'm like, no, like straight in front of me. But
always seems like a good idea.
On my couch, I did like the downward angle. It's a little better.
There we go. Let's see if anyone has found the stream yet. No crotch shot. All right, I can see all 12 of you, but I only see Captain Akron. I don't like.
How is this happening that I have more on my stream?
How many people you got? All your people. I don't understand it. That's weird. The 4 people you have
4
are talking to you. My 10 are watching you.
Yeah, don't forget about Greg.
Hit the button.
Hit what button?
I want to see if we are streaming at 2 different speeds. Oh yeah, you gotta get rid of that, buddy. That's annoying.
It really is annoying.
That's Q's. People often ask why Q is here. He is here to remind me to mute the laptop during live stream.
Literally why.
He does a damn fine job. But now, you can see it here. You still are more of a screen in a distance guy than a screen here guy, huh? Or screen here.
Yeah.
All right, let's start. This wasn't a start. This didn't count. None of this happened. When this video goes public tomorrow, in my universe, we're about to start this.
After we finish this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is public now, but it'll be like uploaded as a video.
I know. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, bro. In my mind, whenever I make a video, even a live video, I'm not thinking about now. I'm thinking about like 6 months from now. Because right now is cool, but this video is going to live forever, dude. Mr. Happy, see? That was the happiness. So yeah, man, we're making videos for future generations, and future generations, now because I've referenced them, we got to cut it off here.
So if you're watching either of us from 20 years from now, unsubscribe right now.
If you're watching either of us from 20 years from now, you're not going to see this part, because watch this.
Probably.
Hey guys, it's Greg and Trav. We just started the show, and that's what people are going to see from now on. Nailed it. They're not going to see you fidgeting with the camera. Any of it. Hold on, I just referenced it. Hey guys, it's Greg and Trav. Now we can never speak of that again. Now what?
I don't know.
You know, usually Q's the one. He does all the talking with us, so I'm just going to sit and listen.
You know that's a lie.
He mumbled, that's a lie. That's a lie?
I forgot to bring the Oreos to this table.
I don't think you did. We were just a little cluttered.
Well, what we are doing today, because I was honestly going to do these on like a actual filmed review, but I decided to bring at least one item that we can have. Are you an Oreo fan? Yeah, he's an Oreo fan because I YouTubed your Oreo reviews yesterday, and you have a ton, like a lot.
I have one video that
and
is
this was
all
like the
64
one
of them.
flavor that you did not have.
You know, you're right.
But let's get a shot from mine. Okay.
I was just hiding my face while I talked.
The Oreo Thin Mints Fudge Dipped, the original. I'm pretty sure you'd like to do the honors of opening.
I have a question for you. Don't you hate it when you're holding the product in your hand and you've forgotten what you're doing, and you have to take the time to turn it over to read it?
Every time.
Every video.
Every time. Because if you see me have like a bottle of Fanta, like if I'm reviewing a drink or whatever, and I do this, like this is the, and I do like this quick like read, and like I'll try to keep it in, but sometimes I gotta cut it out. There's like Fanta, something, like I always forget.
Hold on, we do this weird thing on this channel. We smell the product. Because food is more than taste.
Just kind of smell fudgy. Very like, what does that remind me of?
Fudge?
Other than that. Something a little bit more smarter than that.
You're on the wrong channel, friend.
Does that not remind you of something you've had? Like the chocolate...
Cocoa Pebbles?
That and the chocolate pinwheels. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Two different guys. Two different opinions.
I will play this and mute it because I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not... Well, that is very, like, they created a nice setup here for to be able to use it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we are now coming in my line of sight at 3 different times. That's why I like to do hand movements so I can judge where I am.
You know what I'm noticing that you're doing? Because I'm
playing to your camera?
Yes, you're looking at my camera because it's reflective. Maybe I should have turned it around.
No, I'm giving you the star treatment.
Anyway.
You guys know, since you brought it up, I'll tell you something I do that drives me crazy.
What?
And I would say to Q all the time, Q, people are there. We're there. The people aren't here.
Yeah.
So he took that advice, and when he talks to me here. When I talk to him in the last 150 videos, I started talking to him, which is rude because I'm cutting you guys out. I don't know, I've regressed as a video maker. If it's possible to regress from 0, I've managed to do it. I got you off topic
Trav in
again.
his natural environment. Sunglasses. What's ironic about that is I'm not in my environment whatsoever. I'm in a better environment. This is like, he's got like a nerd cave over here, and it's fantastic.
My bedroom is just actually the nerd cave, but this is like Nerve Cave. Nerd Cave East?
Nerf guns?
Okay, let's say hello to some people while you're doing that. I'm not even drinking today, guys. Papa Jerks, real quick, your takedown of Dame on Facebook was so outstanding, I made a small video of it, which you can find on the mrhappy0121 Facebook page. Go check it out. Papa Jerks, not taking no crap from when Dame drops. Well done. TTTT I wish I knew how to say your name better. I just found out that the gentleman I knew as Captain Kron all these years is actually Captain Akron. So, the guy I probably think is Jack Spears is Jack Rocks. I don't know. Jaden plays the games. Jaden plays the games. You think that's his real name?
I have no idea.
Let's see. Mike Kennedy. What's up, Mike? Game Drops is a crybaby.
Just adjusting the camera angle. It's starting to bother me.
Let me also say this real quick while I'm thinking about it for future generations. Any comments said on this side of the table are not the opinions of this side of the table, because we say things here that sometimes people may take the wrong way. When, like, for instance, if I was to say Game Drops is a pandering stooge, someone might misconstrue what I mean by that. And I would hate that if it came back on you. What I mean by he's a pandering stooge is I mean he's a stooge who panders. See?
That makes sense.
Yeah. But Trav, he loves everybody.
Pretty much.
Except that one dude you told me about. He really hates one dude.
One dude.
So much. He doesn't hate anything. He put all his hate, every bit of hate that he could summon in his body, it was like a sin eater, into one food reviewer. It's amazing. It's a beloved food reviewer too. Everybody loves him. Except Trav. You hate me now, don't you?
No.
We're going to try one of these cookies.
Those of you tuning in now, the Oreo Thin Bites Fudge Dip Original. It was just a random thing I picked up when they were new, but now they're not. This has been in my pantry for like a couple months, to be honest.
I don't want to know.
Don't want to know the
No, the expiration date? Nah, never good. Oh, you just went right to bite two without me. Rude. Oh, how much would that annoy people if I just said like one phrase and looked at the other camera, went back and forth and did it the rest
rude.
of the day?
When
You
it
know
comes
what?
to what?
It just tastes amazingly like an Oreo with chocolate on it.
Yeah.
They've captured it.
By 3.
You ever try the white fudge ones? The Christmas ones?
I don't really try a lot of Oreos.
Oh my god, dude. I'll tell you now. If you are ever like at the pearly gates or whatever your religion is, or if you're in nothingness, whatever, and you get a chance to come back for one thing to try an Oreo, the higher being says, you never tried this particular Oreo. White fudge. Only available at Christmas. Comes in a diminished box. It's like a tray of them. One of them's a meal.
Or I try it while I'm alive.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, anybody
There's
could
that
do.
option.
Anybody could do that, man.
Captain Akron says, "You have." I don't know if he means me or you, but you have a cat somewhere. That little guy is over there. He's behind the scenes, and he's adorable, by the way. She is adorable, by the way.
I throw everybody off. Her name is Charlie, so
I don't know.
what do you do? She looks mannish. Are you insulting my cat?
No,
Okay.
it just does kind of remind me of a boy.
Form of harassment, sir, of some sort, somewhere.
Hey. I've got
Okay, Jason Callan is. Well, okay, he just popped up. Like, where is Jason? Jason has a live stream.
He decided to watch your stream.
No, he is somewhere right now with
I
a live
guarantee
stream.
he's pulling up all tabs. I guarantee it. Well, actually, you probably have to use 2 accounts, though.
You know what Jason needs to be doing? Somebody go tell Jason he needs to, and he will do this because he's Jason. Jason needs to live stream the dual stream. Somebody suggested to him out randomly the other day
Don't do that, Jason.
just to live stream me watching wrestling, and he did. It was an event. Okay, what grade do you give this, man?
1 second. I apologize to anybody because, like, I'm looking at my live chat, and I actually forgot to be looking at yours to check for anything that's about me.
Dude.
What's up, Trav? From TT. What is up, TT? I believe I've seen some comments from him on my channel. So.
Oh man, did you see that? That's why I haven't been doing anything. Look at it, just bounced. Like everything you guys have said for the last 15 minutes, just posted. Sorry, peeps. Wow. Everybody thinks I'm an ass now because I just was not here.
saw your expression on this whenever you did that.
Well, you know, if you come to a live stream and then you write stuff, the best somebody could do is once in a while say, hey. But it hadn't been moving. I was even like complaining, and then everything just downloaded that you guys have done. So thanks, TT. TT's been with me since 30,000.
30,000.
That's pretty good, man. That's a while because our sub count moves slow. My proudest person I've been with, and I throw it out because it's like my street cred. Report of the week, I started following him at 13,000. And you can go back, and when I smack talk all those food reviewers, I always said, that dude, he's going to be something. He, like, people would say, you trashed everybody. Why not the dude in the suit? Because the dude in the suit was smart. So that's my street cred, is I got on that wagon early.
So, question. We're streaming on both channels.
Are we? Are we really?
And you asked me, what do I give Oreo Thins Fudge Dip? And yes, I read them again. How do we rate it if it's on both channels? I go 1 to 10.
Do it.
He goes 1 to 100.
You living in this universe, I'm living in this one, sir. It's a duel. It's a cross stream. Like two dudes peeing on a Saturday night.
Idea. Why don't we do it backwards? You do 1 to 10, I'll do 1 to 100.
Okay.
Only if you agree.
I agree. I'm ready to give the score, man.
Alright. So from 1 to 100, break it. Basically break it.
No, that's you.
Am I breaking the fourth wall? I don't think that's...
You're not CM Punk. Do you watch wrestling?
No, I don't. That's the one thing.
Strike one.
Because you're a nerd.
Do you enjoy the new Star Wars movies?
I like the original better. So that's probably for you, like, more respect. But I really like the
He's young though. Whoa.
I really like the Force Awakens when it came out.
What do you consider the original, mister?
What?
What do you consider the original? What numbering are you using?
4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and I'm pretty sure Empire Strikes Back is my favorite.
The dramatic pause would have been as you were leaving, if you turned and said, "Phantom Menace was the bomb." No.
Yeah, that
Will never happen.
Will never happen because that's the worst Star Wars movie ever made.
Man.
You think the two new movies are worse?
You're gonna love this. Watch me get the hate. I read enough going in. The last Star Wars movie I watched was Rogue One. I have not had to go through the torment of hearing and seeing what I heard. What happened to Luke Skywalker? In my brain, that didn't happen. I ain't playing your games, Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson can step in front of a train for all I care. Now, in my Star Wars universe,
he would make a joke back.
Yeah, and you know, funny man, we're out here. You mess with the wrong people. You mess with Star Wars people. In my Star Wars universe, it ended at Rogue One, which was the beginning.
I like Rogue One.
Loved it.
Sweet, because I loved it too. I saw that movie, I want to say 4 times.
When I sat through the whole movie to see the Hobbit ending of Luke Skywalker standing on a little bitty island where there's no food, refrigerator, TVs, I was like, I don't know where this is going, but I don't like it. So I started reading, and then I read enough to know I wasn't going to like nothing that was going to happen. And then Solo come on. Why, if they would have made Solo Calrissian, that movie would have blown up.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't even know where.
Painful, right?
I don't even know where to go with it.
Because it's painful.
Well, because it's Star Wars, and it's like there's so much to talk about.
And you know, the current Star Wars people are making the mistake. The mistake that like DC Comics has made, where they're now defensive, and it's become like, we're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to continue down this path, and you guys can suck it. That is literally Vince McMahon with wrestling. He's like, I don't care if you like it or not, you're going to watch because there's no other Star Wars movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah? I didn't watch. Asshat. Suck it, JJ. Okay, I'm done.
Back to the grade.
Oh yeah, remember
I
that?
literally forgot. Because if you talk about Star Wars, it's going to interrupt my brain, and I'm going to... Star Wars or Marvel, it's going to interrupt my brain.
Ladies, especially that one special lady, when you need to distract it.
Your grade. Your grading system.
I've thrown it so far off. I know I'm doing 1 to 10. You're doing 1 to 100.
I edit my videos very like chop, fast cut, Jeremy John style. So any mistake or any like moment I have in there is gonna be cut out. So like for me, it's like this is. I mean, I've live streamed before.
As Jim Ross once said to Sid Vicious, "We're live, pal."
Yeah. So it's literally uncut, and like any mistake that you see or me stumbling over my words is gonna be live. But that's me. That's just who I am.
There's no mistakes. You meant to do it.
I'm not a smooth talker.
He meant to do it.
Maybe.
It's a character he plays. I've been around this guy before.
Grading. 1 to 100. I'm like an 88.
Put some deep thought into that, bro.
88. Because I'm a food reviewer.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Like,
I love to ask people this because people are always like, you just throw a grade out. When you give that grade, now I'm not busting your balls because I'm asking for like my own edification on how you're grading. Are you assuming then that if that is an 88, are you grading it against an Oreo being 100? Now that doesn't mean if you were just grading an Oreo that it's 100, but are you grading it against a system where an Oreo is the top of the mark? Or do you even put that into contention and when you give it the 88, you're just grading purely in a vacuum that this is a chocolate covered thing that you're eating? A lot of questions.
it's more just based on, because like, I'm an Oreo guy, but I don't, obviously I don't eat, I'm just going to tell you guys, it's very unhealthy to do that. Don't eat Oreos all the time. And there's a lot of people that do that. So, you know, it's like the snackers out there, the people that eat chocolate and everything. But as for like, you know, I don't really have anything chocolatey in a while. So yeah, there's that little bit of like, oh, this is just really good because of right now. It's, you know, it's always good, you know, because I like chocolate. So you can't help to have that little bit, and I'm sure you've done it in reviews too, where you feel a little bit, what's the word, biased or nostalgic about something. And you eat it, and you're like, man, I really like that, but I need to be like a critic about this, you know, like kind of like really fall down if it's. But for me, it's a lot more simple than people think it is to grade something, because it's like, was it good on first bite? And I like that you guys do the three bites, because that gives it like, because sometimes by that third bite, that first bite may have been better. But that third bite is like, oh, what just happened?
That's the bridge.
Or you go back and have something again. I'm sure you've done it too, where you go to like McDonald's or something and you give something a flat, whatever. I don't even know if you ever guys even give anything 100 before. We don't. Or like, you know, a 90 or something like that, and then you go and have it again. You're like, why did I give that a high score? Like, and it's like in real life at that moment, it's like a 60 or a 50. So
it's almost always the other way around. Mine is almost always, why did I go so low? But either way, it's not
that
good.
happens too. I mean, I'll have stuff that
I take it that means I'm negative, probably.
But most of the time for me, I get something a second time at like a gas station, whether it's a drink or something, and it's most of the time it's just a little bit worse than that review.
Because you have an expectation a lot of times. That's another thing you don't ever factor in. Chocolate covered Oreo, you know what you're getting. There's a lot of times we review something on this channel, I have no clue what it's going to be, and so I have no expectation. And then if it's just good, you go, oh wow,
yeah,
I didn't expect that. Whereas if you have something that was really expected to be good and it's good, then you're disappointed.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Like I'll kind of, I'll say it. I've said it to my viewers before in a video, and I keep it and I never cut it out. But I usually say stuff like you pretty much can already guess what this is going to taste like.
Right.
Because fudge
got 3 ingredients or
Oreos, that's pretty, you can probably already guess. So yeah, this isn't like, to me right now, this isn't a groundbreaking flavor or anything.
No, but it's really good, man.
But it is good. So what do you give from 1 to 10?
I can't use points either. See, that's the shades of grade that the 1 to 100 gives you. Like the 84, if this was on his channel, it would be an 8.
Which it is.
Yes. It would be an 8, folks. It wouldn't be an 84. It wouldn't give you that a little something extra.
Creed, do you have any fudge on your fingers? Really not that much.
No, okay. I thought he was asking like...
He's asking, or how fast does the fudge melt on your fingers for the outcome?
Room is 73 degrees currently, too, though.
Yeah.
We're not in like an 80-degree room, but you did drive here, and it wasn't a vehicle.
New car, man.
Internally, there's no melting in the bag. That actually is a good question.
Yeah, I bet these would be really good.
See, no melting.
Microwaving them for like 3 seconds.
Half speed, like half temp. Okay, so my grade is going to be a 9 because I can't do shades of gray. 9.
Right on.
And it's real close to a 9 anyway. I don't know, man, it's good. It's a chocolate covered Oreo. If you can't get with that, then, you know, you're probably not American.
So, if you're watching this later, or during the live stream, rather leave it in the chat or leave in the comments after. What do you think of these, if you've had them? I don't know if you do that at the end of your videos, it's like, hey, what do you think about it? Kind of thing. Or like, you're basically asking them to leave a comment.
Oh, trust me. They'll let me know if I'm wrong. I usually want to know more what they think about Buddy Holly's corpse that was found floating up a river or something, because by the time we get to the end of the video, I've oftentimes forgotten what we're reviewing. Because I'm that guy. As you saw, it's not hard, and then I do it to myself. Hey, Fred's Awesome Food Review says, I'm excited for more Star Wars movies and Ghostbusters. Marie B says, I'd like to thank you guys. Rosy cheeks mean you had a nice night of drinking. Probably a nice night of dehydration, but now that you mention it, I do need a beverage. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Skilo, is dance for the people until I get back.
That is what I imagine was not. Okay.
He does, Logic. You look different, Q. That covers that for the other 12 people that have asked.
My camera is trying to change the volume, so I can't.
No, it's been sitting there for the longest, and you know what it is?
It's pushing on the volume.
Yeah.
It happens every time I set up my camera. It's like volume down, so I've got to have it setting it up and then hitting camera.
I've so wanted to ask you about that, but then we're live, and I didn't want to put you on the spot live. So I guess I could IM you. How weird is that?
Trav is nicer.
Look, that's the point. That is the point. Tell him why you're nicer to me, Trav.
I'm not going to talk about being nicer, but I am going to say that after meeting Greg, I know a lot of people give him a lot of crap and a bad rep or whatever, but honestly, he's a really nice guy. And a lot of people don't probably think that just from watching his, the thing is if you're watching his videos, then obviously it's there's something that you're wanting to watch, you're wanting to see their opinion on it or whatever, and so you can't help but to like him in some way if you're watching him. Question: you have people that hate comment on a certain basis every now and then, but you're just sitting there but you commented and you're watching constantly.
You want to hear something weird?
What's that?
I really don't. I have the best
You probably
audience
have the
in the
haters
world.
that come and go.
They come and go real quick
they
because they
don't
leave. They don't We do this thing about every 20 videos where we'll just say something to run people off, and that hurts. People go, "What? You don't want?" No, I don't want overly sensitive people. I don't want people that are going to be offended every time I look at the camera wrong. So yeah, people that have been around, I will just say, drop a bomb. I'll say, I'm going to say this and see what happens. We'll lose 15, 20 people, and we're better for it.
You guys have been doing this a long time.
He's been doing it longer.
How long have you guys been doing this? What year did you start?
I can tell you, rather than lie, because it's one of those things I can give you a date, but here's what I will tell you guys. When I started, of course now Grandpa YouTube, when I started there was a lot less food reviewers. It was still kind of a novelty, believe it or not. There was a time when there wasn't 52 father and son acts. There wasn't, everything now seems to be an echo of someone else. Literally, if you go back and look at any food reviewer that existed 4 years ago, you can go find 10 of them now. And you were one of the ones that people told me that they watched then. The endorsement has been around 2 months longer than me, and he never lets me forget it. He's been around 2 months longer than me for food reviews. I never let him forget I was getting I took a big step down to come to food reviews because I was tired of making slime.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those.
If I wanted to get views, I'd just go make some slime. But no, I'm going to eat hamburgers and get views by the hundreds. But he said he named his favorite people that were reviewing food that he watched, and you were in that group, sir. You may not, to your mind, you never think someone would say that about you privately, but there are people that review food that back then you were somebody they watched to learn how to review food.
Yeah, it's really weird for me because honestly, like, I mean, look, it kind of does make sense timeline wise because before 2012, I had never seen a food review in my life. I just knew that I wanted to like do videos on food, and then it became this thing of like, okay, you call this thing a review. Like you start to realize what it actually is after you see other people do it.
You think you do, and then you do one, and it's a little different.
Yeah. But yeah, it was back in like 2012. Doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was. That was 6 years ago now. And you can check out. I mean, if you guys want, if you haven't watched it yet, my 6-year anniversary video went up Saturday because Saturday was June 23rd, and that was the day I uploaded my first food review, which is on Nutella.
I have not seen it.
And well, save your view, my friend, because I'm gonna react to it. Here in a few days, I'm just going to do a full-blown, like, put the video in the video and react. And just, like, I'm basically going to be roasting myself because it was 6 years ago. And, like,
then you have been
whatever
doing
shirt
reviews
I was wearing
way
back
longer
then,
than
whatever shirt I was wearing back then, I don't own anymore. And so there's, like...
You see me scrolling? I just got to my first review. I've been scrolling this whole time just to get to my first review. I did my first review 4 years ago.
Wow.
Shrimp and mayonnaise, Doritos.
That's pretty incredible.
I wonder if I've been making videos longer than you. Hell, you've probably been making videos longer than I have, Trav. You are a living legend. 5 years, I'm getting closer. So 6 years, you weren't making any kind of videos before food reviews?
Yeah, and I mentioned it in my 6-year video, that I've been doing, like, video type of content before I uploaded that review.
7 years. First video, cat video. Of course it is.
There you go.
I can't imagine. So you were 2 full years ahead of us. That's like light years, man. Because when I started, this is the truth, I didn't know there were YouTube food reviewers. We were eating something one day and I was like, it was those Doritos. I was like, I bet people have never seen these. We should make a video. Yeah. So we made the video and then to my surprise, people said, nah, man, lots of people do that. I was like,
And then you explore it, and then you like make friends, and then that's how it's an escalated process. It's a domino effect.
It kind of was, but then I was like, people do that? And then people were like, yeah, they make money. And I was like, money? So I went and looked, and I watched Dame, and I watched KBD, and I watched Joey, and I saw some of yours, and I went like through like the 7 people I knew existed at that time. The endorsement, Ian K, those guys both, endorsement beat me by 2 months, Ian K beat him by a month, something like that. So I started talking to those guys and we would figure out things. But then the guy that really hooked me in and I stole the food review portion of how he does it from, straight up stole, because nobody on YouTube's original except like 3 people. And Ken Domick, who I hate, is one of the most original people. Part of the reason I hate him is he has not done anything since he innovated everything. The car stuff, all him. Everybody ripped him off, but he has never progressed. That annoys the hell out of me. If you were that inventive for 1 minute, you could do it again. Anyway, Matt Zion. He was doing carbs. He had a playlist. I sit and watch 150 videos in a row. 150 videos, but they were 2 minutes long. I was like, this is perfect. He says hello, he eats the food, he gives a grade. I'm going to use that. What did I do? I said, hello, here's this guy, we talk about that. Videos are 20 minutes long, nothing like him. But in my head, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And it really went flying out. Yeah, I mean, you could probably say the same thing. It's like a long road.
The only thing that I'll also say that when we did the opposite of stealing, as far as everybody I saw was in a car. Except for you. You were standing.
It was very fun footage. Ryan was filming.
The video I saw of you the first time I ever saw you, you were in an alleyway or something. Like, it was, there was a fence, there was grass. And when I say an alleyway, it was just like somebody's driveway or something, and there's houses, but you were just kind of chilling, walking along the side of the house.
By a pool?
Maybe. It's been like years. And I watched like 4,000 food reviews. But aesthetically, you were different.
Yeah.
And you weren't doing this thing like I do, where you're just like, handed the camera.
Yeah.
Playing, like, half of these guys are doing some kind of character. You were just like the dude you are right now. But you were already doing that, and I couldn't be you, so I had to go be somebody else.
Yeah.
So.
But, you know, behind the scenes and everything, like, I've totally changed, and like, and I like that because like it's. I'm not saying it's because of YouTube or anything, because it's just you have YouTube and there's your personal life, and yeah, like I mean I'm much different now. That's why I think the reaction is going to be interesting because it's, like I haven't seen that video in a really long time, at least a couple years. Like I've rewatched a few of my like first videos in the past, but it's going to be interesting to watch that one again.
Time out.
Gotcha.
Read comments. Give me your 3 best. I'm watching my comments go like this, so we got to talk to people. That was my first beer too. Anyway. So let's go with this. Freaky Fanatic. Stop it. Russell Witt Kemper. I hope I got your name right. Did you guys like the 2016 Ghostbusters? I said all I was going to say about that. And now that's a whole can of you're a sexist if you don't like it and I don't like none of that conversation. I went at it like this. Take that out of it. You pick it up and you put it over here. You know what was way more offensive than any of that to me? This will really be a hot button. We'll get right off of it. It was like you had a certain number of people of a certain race that played certain parts. And they took people gender-wise and then race-wise and plugged them right back in, and that's all they could be. No one ever mentioned that aspect of it. Why did the black person have to be the street person? Why couldn't they be the scientist? Nobody ever came at it like that. That whole conversation, I'm done with it. I have a whole 20 minutes of me talking about that if you guys want to go get angry. John McCormack, life's too short to get overly offended. You would think, but man,
he's right.
He is right. Look at your comments, dude. Look.
It's popping up on screen, and I'm trying to
Hey, look who's here! It's the endorsement, folks. I'm gonna dust off my endorsement imitation.
Hey Eric, why are you not watching mine? Huh? You picked the most viewed? I see how it is. No, it's cool. I actually was I wasn't worried about doing this.
How dare you humanize the endorsement? Don't personalize the endorsement.
I wasn't really worried about doing this, but I was kind of just how are people gonna pick between the 2 channels to watch this? Because on one account, I'm pretty sure you can only watch one live stream.
I love this guy. Never crossed my mind. I want
literally.
If I see one person, I'm putting on a show. If I look and there's a 0, then I'm putting on a show for people later to watch.
It's time for another review. That's honestly the only idea I had for this live stream. The other reviews we're doing are filmed reviews after this live stream. So like you said, if they're going to be watching this, and then the next few days you'll be seeing those reviews pop up on both channels. He's lying. There's more. There's not anymore. What if there just wasn't anymore? People.
Then that would be most live streams.
There would probably be some unsubscribers. Just because they'd be they didn't do reviews together. They would. Oh,
okay, maybe. I was gonna say people on this channel used to watching me. Okay, you ready for my endorsement imitation? I dusted this off a couple videos back. I don't remember what it was. I was talking about the Cheetos. Now I've put myself on the spot. Here comes my endorsement imitation. Hey, Greg, you really gotta do that. You gotta do the Cheetos, man. You gotta do the Cheetos. They're blowing up, buddy. They're blowing up. The Cheetos. It's worldwide, Greg. You gotta get in on that. Thank you. That was my endorsement imitation. What you guys don't know, when you see his videos, he slows them down 33% to appear normal.
So he basically sounds like a chipmunk.
No, because he's raspy. Raspy chipmunk. But the endorsements are cool too, but I'm just telling you, he moves at a different speed than the rest of us. Like a different vibration. Nothing more professional than me looking at him, looking at you guys on the screen.
I'm trying to keep up with the live chat. I actually have a lot more live than I would without you. That's for sure.
Here's one of those deals, dude. I don't know. It's moving. It's cool. People ask me sometimes why I do them on Sunday mornings when like now 11 people are watching. Because there's been times I think the most we ever had was 120 people. And the screen was going like this. They do have a function where you can slow it down, but I'm trying to read comments and I couldn't read anything. I just felt bad because these people were like, you know, you still they're like, why are you ignoring me? I'm like, I can't read that fast and look at talking stuff.
Yeah, it's way too.
So I did this weird thing where I go to times a day where no one is watching, so I can talk to the 10 people that are.
He bounced over to mine and said, "Yo."
That's because you called him Eric. Never humanize the endorsement. You only encourage him.
Yeah, Elizabeth says hi. So there you go. After that long,
I can't get him to bite on anything. Well played, sir.
It's like it's too much. It's too much at once. I'm used to just one camera, by myself, nobody else.
Really?
Ryan says, "I arrived."
About time. See? Watch
Get
this.
that reference?
Wait.
Did you watch SpongeBob before?
I'm gonna forget. Hold on. Hey guys, it's Greg in Trav. See, in his universe, the show has just begun.
yeah, it has.
That's a callback to the people that were here earlier.
Well, Ryan, we did a review
Now we have to eat them again.
on the Oreo thing. You know what? I'm gonna have another.
Okay,
I'm just gonna have another.
I'm in on that. That's
The
awesome.
Oreo Thin Bites, fudge dipped. So, play back the video if you want to see that, because I'm not doing a review.
Oh no, here it comes.
But
Bite 3,
I'm gonna get it. Bite 67.
90.
Captain Nacho says,
Oh,
let the
9.
show begin. I kind of already begun.
TT bounced over to your side now. I see him. I see how it is, TT. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, you guys need to get your request in now because I want to see the endorsement and E and K do this.
There you go.
Hey, are any of you guys, like just one of you, God tell me you are, is anybody going over to Instagram TV and watching the train wreck that is lazy ass YouTube food reviewers doing things like that? They're treating it like the ghetto over there. They're just literally peeing out horrible videos. You owe it to yourself to go look at like what they're doing. Please God, someone tell me. Like Ian today. He had a 2-minute video of something he'd already reviewed. There's people talking in the background. He messed up his lines. This is Ian K, Mr. Hollywood, Mr. Special Effects, and he don't even care. He's like, Instagram TV. Blah. You owe it to yourself to go see the most unprofessional Ian K video ever. See, that's how you shorten people. Tell them about other cool things and they can leave.
Elizabeth says, I want to see Greg and the endorsement do this. Remember the endorsement gets off the bottom of the states.
I didn't know where you were going to go with that. You know, here's the thing about the endorsement. No one really knows where he is.
The Florida will
There he goes.
break off into the sea one day.
I refuse to call him by name on camera. To me. And nothing pleases Q more than in real life, when I speak about the endorsement, I call him the endorsement.
He's just like, what's his name?
Hey, who's on the phone? Why, the endorsement. Who do you think? That brings him more joy than like Christmas. I don't even know why. Anyway, the endorsement is in witness protection. I don't even really know that his name is Eric, and he's always somewhere else. That's my take on the endorsement. Keep up.
You could put the endorsement on Skype and put him in between you all, so we'd have a little endorsement right here in his little box.
If we're gonna do that, we gotta get Robert Dyer.
I'm not saying you belong in a box, Eric. Don't get the wrong idea.
Maybe a cell.
Let me out. I gotta do reviews. The new McDonald's thing is out.
Hey, you guys. It's the endorsement. Could you run down to the thing and give me a cheeseburger so I can... Now I've turned him almost into Cartman. Could you give me a cheeseburger so I can review it from the cell?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
I am home. I'm in jail.
Fun fact. Not a South Park fan.
Dude. Oh, God. I used to be the biggest South Park fan. Literally. In the 90s.
I think I just went dead.
Oh my God! We've just lost half the people!
I forgot.
Thanos just snapped his fingers!
I forgot to plug it in. That's the one thing I was hoping to remember, and I totally forgot.
That was like, we just real-life Avengers some shit right there, man. Now I can say shit because his live stream's over.
So, to the very end of that live stream was the end.
Bring it back, bro! You people!
The end of Infinity War.
So now, you get some more behind the scenes stuff. This happened to me on a 3-hour.
Right now, this will be a chance because I will try the other side.
Yeah.
See what it looks like.
New camera angle. That's how you sell it when you come back.
Man, this is hot. Like this is like burning.
Take it out of the case. You've got the plastic shop top, kids. You got the plastic on the front. You got whatever on. It's got nowhere for.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You think I should do that every time I film something? Just to...
It's probably rare that you're gonna go 52 minutes.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how long even an edited review can last. I'm sure you and Q have had moments of like, oh, we're going on just like a regular edited review for like an hour, and like you know, it's edited. But
there are a lot of 8-minute reviews floating around that are 40 minutes.
iPhone plug-in.
You gotta sit down and entertain people on my stream.
If not, I have my phone charger, my cigarette lighter plug-in.
That's a lot of work. Come sit and talk to the people. Come tell them a story.
All right.
Let's see, what story would we like to hear, Papa?
So,
my
stream is unplugged. This is literally what I was using.
You know what, though, man? You went 52 minutes and you started out. Wow, look at this. He hasn't sat down yet. That's crazy. Hold on. This is throwing me so far for a loop. We got to get back into some real time. That's why I like to see this. People are a minute behind. Let's catch up. Back to the Future. We're here now.
That's a good record.
But to them, I don't know, makes my head hurt. Anyway, Papa, you were going to tell us a story. What are you going to tell us a story about? Papa, tell us about Crystal Knocked. Crystal Knocked.
What? Joey? I just got totally distracted because Joey's in here.
Say hello to Joey.
What is up, Joey?
I give Joey a lot of crap.
Food reviews.
But he's a nice guy here.
I like Joey.
Everybody says nice things about Joey.
I've personally talked to Joey, and I like him.
Joey, you are the most liked person on YouTube, coming from probably the most disliked.
Hey, this is Joe for Joey Super Cool. I can't even do it. I can't do, it's a tongue twister. He does it so fast.
I can't even say my own name. I'm going to have another beer, and I'm going to get you that cord.
All right.
But Joey wants to hear a story, so tell him an entertaining story about the time that you were a young white boy learning about life in Compton in 1984. I'll be right back.
So just to be clear, it's the Taco Bell thing.
What?
Are you good? Are you talking about the person at Taco Bell? I don't think he knows what I'm talking about. So I'm going to tell a different story. It was 1976. I wasn't born yet. So, black screen. Nothingness. I only have the butt, Greg.
Oh, so you didn't need that part?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. I'm still working, bro. Keep going. 1976.
So, yeah. I keep thinking I have to, check my live chat, but it's actually still yours.
Your people are dead. You killed them all.
Thanos snapped.
That's like my favorite moment ever now.
Anybody that's just like, oh, it's Infinity War. It's been out for freaking 3 months. Just relax.
When we say he snapped, we mean I don't know. I ain't even got nothing. He snapped his fingers and half the population died. Spoiler. That's why I'm an ass. People that say spoiler after.
Every time someone says died, I'm always just like, really? Because it's like they died, but I think it's like they went somewhere. But, yeah. Joey, speaking to you, dual live streams, 2 people at once. We're breaking the internet here. So one day, we're gonna have to do this. In some way, if I have to freaking flighty or something, I still want to do a food review with Joey Swolzer. I think I've done. I don't even know if I've done a collab with Joey before. Maybe once. If it was once, and I don't remember. It's been a really long time. But yeah, Joey, you were mentioned in my 6 year anniversary video. It was on Saturday. I had it uploaded by Saturday because that was the first. That was 6 years since I put up my first review. That I'm not gloating or bragging, but it's just something that I wanted to put up because 6 years is kind of, it's like I do at least a special video for that day every year, whether it's a Q&A or whatever. But I mentioned you, almost forgot to mention you, and I put a little clip of your intro because it's hilarious. Your "I'm back" was like really high pitched in the one I used. Here's a little clip of Joey doing his intro. So I almost forgot to like mention him as like one of the people that I met through YouTube, and I just put a clip of him and Ian back to back, and Joey is like, yeah, like it was really high pitched.
Yes.
But
he is the earlier when someone said you were nice. That's why. He is the example of what people should be. I'm the example of.
Like I was telling them, like Greg's a lot nicer in person.
Then what?
But do you want me to admit that?
Why am I wearing this?
Or do you want me to admit that?
No, I think
because people now might troll you as like, oh, you're supposedly nice. Like, why aren't you nice on camera? Or something along.
Okay, let me ask you this though. Then,
Craig, it's like the Grinch tonight.
let me ask you this though, honestly. If the camera's off, am I that much different?
You still talk the same way. I mean, you still have like the voice, but Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm still pretty much the same guy, but like, if you see me in real life and I'm not attacking you verbally, I'm just that way. I guess that could mean I'm a nice guy. But you haven't driven with me behind someone that's going too slow, or in the fast lane going slow. Things of that nature. You would go, oh my.
I think everybody has road rage at least a little bit. Because if I ever do, it's in my head. I'm having this like,
oh no.
I'm having this panic of like, I gotta get where I'm going right now. Because most of the time it's like, I'm late to somewhere. So
I'm not the guy that would ever be physically violent with people. No. But there's one thing in this world that you can never buy or get back. It's time. And when somebody takes your time, the guy in the line, say, whatever grocery store you're in, and they're not paying attention, they're not on the ball. They wait until the other person gets all the way checked out, and then they kind of just start putting stuff up. And then they want to ask the checker things that they should have asked or figured out on their own. Things like that where people like take my time. Yeah, it really pisses me off.
Well, I'm going to try to plug back up my people.
We had the nice guy, now we got the jerk.
You're
going to plug up your people.
I'm going to save the universe.
I heard something about you didn't believe that Spider-Man and Black Panther and all those other billion-dollar film franchises were really dead. I think that's a cynical view, sir. I don't understand why you would ever think that they're just going to stop. $1 billion, they're never making another Black Panther again. He's gone, guys. I'm sorry. He's dust.
And see, that's the part where people get you wrong, because they think you're serious when you say stuff like that.
Because that sounds
like
the same when it
and
comes...
I can tell when I'm watching your videos after meeting you, it's like, I know that you don't really mean that, and I can hear the sarcasm, but I know there's a lot of stupid faces that are going to be like, oh, that's...
People don't detect sarcasm anymore.
They're going to take that seriously, and so just now you probably just ruined people's minds, because nobody accepts an opinion anymore.
Matthew Simmons says, not dead yet, they still haven't made Guardians.
Because one of the things about movies that people need to get in their head is that not everybody's going to take it the same way.
That's true.
Like, and so it's like, whatever you gathered from that experience, be proud of how you felt about that experience. And don't, like, try to cover it up as like, oh, I liked it or I didn't like it.
That's how he gets by with saying he enjoyed The Phantom Menace. He's still trying to cover up. For those of you just joining us, he said the first 3 parts of Star Wars were the best.
I hate The Phantom Menace.
He said that Jake Lloyd...
The Darth Maul fight at the end, that's the best part, but that's it.
Jake Lloyd was robbed as an actor.
Duel of the Fates is one of the best scores from Star Wars, but not in a good movie.
Creed 2 versus Drago. Let me tell you something. Now there's my jam because I'm old. I had this thought as a human being. This thought went through my mind the other day about Creed 2. I live in a time that I, as a human being, could never imagine. My favorite Rocky movie, like the only Rocky movie that really matters, is Rocky 4. And if you boil down every superhero movie made today, Rocky 4 was the first superhero movie. Rocky was a superhero.
Did that come after the original Superman the movie?
Oh, good point. Oh, they were same year, I think.
They might have been.
Same year.
Fun fact, though, I still have not jumped on the bandwagon when seeing that, but I heard it's like
Which one? What?
Superman the movie, the very original. I still actually have not
Oh,
seen.
wow.
And I've heard
See the Donner cut, see the
people
original.
that I watch on YouTube have like seen like screenings of it, like now modern day, a lot on the big screen, and they say it's amazing in that format. Even though it's, you know,
You don't even need
it's
that format.
campy. It's gonna be campy. You could probably,
It's
you
not,
know,
though. That's where your brain will get rewired.
Well, like
It's not campy like Batman's campy.
yeah, like obviously, like I mean the special effects and everything.
Oh,
That's
like
not gonna-
hokey, like
That's not
bad.
gonna hold. That's not gonna. But for its time, supposedly, it's
The characterization is so good. I don't even like Superman. I know, right? The characterization's so good you'll forget. And like the suit is, to my mind, is still not that great. But the thing about that movie, as good as it was, it got cut up. There is a cut. If anybody cares, there's a thing where they took the first two movies and put them together as one movie and made like a super cut. It's amazing. It's like 4.5 hours. So if you've never seen Superman, then you've never seen Superman 2. Trav? Superman
no,
2?
I haven't seen Superman 2 yet either.
You guys, anybody watching needs to go to his channel and up those Kneel Before Zod quotes so we can make him watch. You get the reference, right?
Yeah.
Thumbnail this.
I don't know how I'm gonna.
Oh, you're getting the infamous... He's shooting from an iPhone, folks. He's on the road. You're getting the infamous rotate your device.
Like I'm just trying to.
Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was good. Here's where people really get annoyed with me. If I'm going to watch one Superman movie, well, those of you that have been around a while know because I keep the poster. Superman 3. Superman 3 is the greatest example of I don't know what. Richard Pryor made a movie with Superman. And if you are too young to know anything about Richard Pryor, go look at his Wikipedia and look at the name of the first 3 albums he got the chart and what the names of the albums were on the charts. And he made a movie with Superman. Not only did he make a movie with Superman, but Superman split into 2 people, kind of. And there was an evil Superman at a bar jacking people up, flicking peanuts at them. Greatest movie ever made. That day.
Even though it's it's kind of hard to decide for me personally. But if you had to pick between, because for me it's like, oh, there's like the top 3 movies of all time that I love that I can't decide between. Shawshank's one of them.
I don't know about that, but it's infinitely watchable.
Yeah.
So maybe that should make it that way. But
favorite movie of all time. Like if you had to pick one.
it changes every day. I can narrow it down to like
I
the
know what
Blues
you mean.
Brothers.
It's always like a thought process.
Blues Brothers, Pulp Fiction, or The Doors would probably be an easy 3 for me. Yeah, I know, it's kind of random 3, huh? And I hate musicals. Think about that.
I don't either. Thank God.
He don't either.
I'm never gonna be put in front of a musical with Greg.
Well, I say that, but the Blues Brothers is a musical. They literally sing every scene. Whoa. He's almost there, folks.
We're back. And I like how it has the little resume string. So much easier. I didn't have to retitle it. Nothing.
Oh, that is awesome. You know, half the time I screw that up. So let's see if any of your people came back because it says your stream status is bad. You want to update that.
You know, I just realized I didn't try the other way. But oh well.
Also, you really like the slot machine at that angle. I noticed, he starred himself up. He's the star of his video.
Little lantern guy, which probably hasn't been moved in years.
Months. those keen-eyed viewers know that there was a great cleansing that came across.
If anybody
there.
thinks that I'm some kind of like special effects put in, like, no.
I'm gonna stick my hand through him now. Watch.
It's like some kind of weird, like, on a green screen or something.
We used to have, the reason we started putting things up was the video had too much white in it. Hey, look, there's another room. Show them.
I was wondering how you felt about that, because I was going to try to get it this way, but
Well, people have seen it.
I won't go too far.
Look, it's a review. It's an oven. Well, no, they can't see that angle. That's weird.
There we go.
It's an island. People familiar with the channel know that that's the island of magic. That's where we make slime.
Magic.
What else do we do at that island? We once got 18 million views off a video at that island.
Really?
Yeah. With an orange.
Where am I at?
Now, we couldn't get 18 million views if we brought in a marching band, The Rock, and
Dwayne, The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, or The Rock Dwayne Johnson, or the Dwayne Rock Johnson.
You like The Rock? What he's doing with movies?
Yeah, how could you dislike him?
Did you see Rampage?
No, because I knew better. Was it any good?
I got a review on it. Because I'm trying to do little dustings of movie reviews. I'm gonna review Jurassic World, but the movies that I still need to review, because what I end up doing is if I don't film my opinion on that movie that night, which probably means I gotta go home and film it, I'll just kind of let it float away and I'll forget about it. Because of all the food reviews and everything, I'm trying to like get in there. It's like I gotta do this, and you gotta take time to like edit and everything. So,
You want to hear something crazy? Like legit crazy about that?
Pacific Rim Uprising. Like I've done.
Did you see the movie before that? What was The Rock's movie before that? It was the hit. He had the Jumanji.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I did, and like
Which was better?
I personally was surprised with how good it actually was, like how funny it actually
Right.
was. You know, a lot of people hate on like Kevin Hart or whatever, but like when he's put into a movie like that, I enjoy him. You know, I don't.
Matthew Simmons is on point. I have a weird obsession.
I don't really have much.
Yeah, just give me a guess. Any guess?
4.
That's pretty close. Self-edit. 6. 6 movies in 6 months of 2018.
So, you haven't really kept up with any of the new movies that are coming out at all.
Marvel. You slap Marvel on it, I'm there. Purge. You slap Purge on it, I'm there. I don't know why The Purge, just, I go see those movies.
TT, the bell for the notifications has actually been a lot longer than people think. But it's just now starting to like go into motion. And, like if you notice, a lot of people at the end of their videos will mention it a lot more often.
I'm
You know,
laughing at this
you notice
comment. Yeah, because if you don't put the bell, you don't even know about my hatred of the boy. We'll get into that sometime. I can't even speak.
I think I remember the poster of it. Is it on Netflix or something? Like,
Dude, I don't often just say don't watch it. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
I love it when people say to not watch movies because then I'll go watch it and see how bad it is. For an example, have you ever seen Nicolas Cage in Vampire's Kiss?
I have. This is different.
That movie, man.
I like bad movies.
Yeah, I like whenever you can laugh at them.
Night of the Comet, I've seen 100 times. It's a bad movie. I like bad movies, but there's a difference between a bad movie and a movie that is not good.
Yeah.
And The Boy was not
Really
good.
bad.
Okay. I'm gonna spoil The Boy again real quick. There's a doll. There's a couple that live with this doll, and they have this set of rules that you have to take care of the doll like it's a real boy. If you have half a brain, you realize very quickly that the way the rules are set up is the boy lives in the walls. He was some kind of evil child, and he got in a fire, and the whole town thinks he's dead.
Like a ghost now.
No, he's a real boy.
Oh.
Well, he's a dude now. He's a full-grown man because this is years go by.
It's even weirder.
The movie comes out, and you get to the end of the movie, and the whole movie, you're just like, please, don't do this. Please. You've led me down this trail. Now, pay it off with something besides him being in the walls. Oh, no. He comes out of the walls a full-grown man with this voice, like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm the boy. And then I want to die. Another victim of The Boy. And that is the nicest review I've ever given The Boy.
Every time you say The Boy, I think about The Boy with the striped pajamas.
Better than The Boy.
It was okay.
Yeah, don't watch it, dude.
But I pretty much like. Usually I'm like head over heels for World War II movies.
Matthew Simmons asked, "Have you ever walked out of the theater from a bad movie?" I have one.
I've never done it. I've just like, man, I paid money for this. I'm gonna do it.
I stood up at the end of a movie once and cut a promo so loud and so angry that the people in there stopped what they were doing and turned and applauded. But I couldn't control myself because the movie was so horrible. But the movie I walked out of was the Coneheads. I was about 20 minutes into Coneheads. I was like, what am I doing in my life? I paid for this? I left. The movie I cut a promo on was The Haunting, the one with Owen Wilson and not Obi-Wan, the guy that trained Obi-Wan. He has a very particular set of skills. Yeah, Mr. Long D, for those of you that listen to Kevin Smith. They were in a house with Catherine Zeta-Jones, and it was supposed to be haunted, and it was from the producers of Speed. And for months, they were smart enough not to show a clip. They did this thing where the sound kept amping up, and like the picture was doing this thing from the producer of Speed, and this, and this, and they'll tell you all the people that made the movie, and it sounds going like that. You're going like, oh my God, it's going to be awesome. It was not awesome. It was as far from awesome as you could get. I was so angry when the movie ended, I did just start screaming and shaking my fist like a madman.
That movie sucked.
Yes.
I remember when I was in school, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, longer for him, no, Cloverfield came out, J.J. Abrams, and remember when it had that weird title? That was not Cloverfield until literally like a couple...
Yeah, I don't remember. It was something like the Found Tapes or something.
1/18/08.
Yeah, okay.
That was the night that it came out, and that's the night I watched it because I was so excited. And then I remember being at the theater here in town, and like I read the running time on like a piece of paper, and it was like not even 2 hours. And I'm like, why is this not 2 hours? Like, why is it not longer than it is? But the thing is with Cloverfield is like it was much different than I expected. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is somebody at the end like just jumped up and said like, literally, I'll never forget it. Like, this movie blew. I want my money back. Like,
that's the hill he picked to die on.
Are you really gonna go and try to get your money back after you just watched this whole thing and didn't walk out? Like, and I'm pretty sure, and I never saw who the guy was, but he sounded like somebody I went to school with, so I think he was one of the guys that I went to school with.
I was waiting for you to say, and that man was you. No,
like,
it wasn't.
Like, what if? Like,
that's crazy. You know what? Every movie is somebody's most hated movie.
I'm also a sucker for monster movies. So, I mean, like kaiju movies, Godzilla, all that.
This has nothing to do with any of that, but I'm going to tell you a quick story because I tell people this, and if they're of a certain age, they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Blair Witch, when it came out, was like
Never seen it.
97, 98. Well, spoiler, it didn't really happen.
And people thought it did, right?
This is true, man. People went to this. I didn't. I had the internet. I understood even then. It was... They didn't try that hard for it not to be real. My girlfriend, I'm not throwing her under the bus, but she's very proud to tell you she went to the theater thinking that this was real. We weren't together at the time, but she told me, yes, I was one of those people that thought this happened. I knew it didn't happen, but the end of that movie there was something that happened in that theater on that day I've never seen since. Movie ended, credits rolled, the lights came on, and no one had moved. It was a full theater of people. And I knew the movie wasn't real, but I didn't move. Nobody moved. The lights came on and nobody said a sound. And finally, like one person got up, and then other people started to get up. But there was no waiting for an after credit scene. People were just like in this like that I just see. The end of the movie, it kind of takes you through all this, nothing's happening, people lost in the woods, and then they get you with like 20 seconds of like what could probably be pretty friggin' scary for those of you that's seen it. And yeah, I was kind of stunned. But the flip side of that, the one that people love so much is, hated it so much too. Paranormal Activity.
I was about to mention
Horrible.
that. People thought that happened.
Not only did they think that happened, but good God, how did anybody sit through that movie?
Creed, if you're still here, if you were still here, Creed, you remember we all watched that on an Xbox Live party. Back whenever they had the little theater,
Yeah.
you know, the little, you could join and they had like a little theater that people could join in and out. Like it was, I think it was literally called theater mode in Xbox Party, and now they don't have it. I've watched movies with Ryan, you know, when he's at his house, and you have to sync it up. Like, oh, I'm on 1 second into this movie. Let's watch
That is the worst.
it. But yeah, back whenever they had that, and I miss that. I miss them having a theater mode because you can watch movies with people. They could join in the middle or whatever. We watched Paranormal Activity with like a group of friends, mics and everything, like 5 people.
You would have hated watching it with me, dude.
And like people were like, you know, like because you know, pretty much all the people that watched it with us that night are people like me, were like not really into horror. Like I'm just not really, unless it's something like Alien.
I redboxed it, 99 cents, and I'm mad to this day. I gave them 99 cents.
Sci-fi horror. That is what I personally like. You know.
Can I ask you a question though about that movie, if you remember?
The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lay it on me, Greg.
When did the horror happen? When did anything happen in that movie? All they did was just stay there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a door. There's a door right there. Credits.
It was one of the it was one of those things where it's like, why don't you just
Why?
Why don't you just leave?
Little
And
footprints. Time to go.
Exactly how I feel about
Ship stacked. Time to
exactly
go.
how I feel about The Walking Dead right now.
You
Why
can't
not-
walk off the planet.
Why not just abandon Negan?
Oh, okay.
Why not just?
I'm one of the fools that was reading the comic book when he came along. So
I still haven't read the comics, and I want to, but I'm kind of just like, the show's going downhill. So
here's a weird thing, though. I had a gap. First 3 seasons.
First Taken was a good movie. Sequels, not so much.
Yeah, First Taken was good.
What?
I had a gap of my reading, but they're fairly, man, to go that far, they're fairly
I heard they
close.
go like they're more brutal.
The first 7 episodes, you're literally like when he's in Atlanta on horseback, they're taking like things right out of the comic book, and you can visualize it as you're watching it. It's incredible. And yeah, I haven't watched Walking Dead in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It feels like they're just writing it as they go. And now I think his name is Andrew Lincoln.
He's leaving, right?
He's supposedly leaving. I don't know how.
What
are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Just like he leaves and then they kill off the character, and then Daryl is the leader or something. That's what I.
Or they're bringing back Shane. Spoiler. How do you bring back Shane?
He clearly died. I mean, were you watching it whenever?
Yeah.
That was a shock to me, honestly, when that episode hit. I was like, oh, he's like one of these main characters that's probably going to live through the whole thing. Oh, like they zombified him, and then because he was like, I think he was the first zombie that where they had proof of they don't have to get bit. I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly.
Right.
That's been like
when they still had
But any of these like shows that are going for like 10 years just need to end. I know they're making money off of it.
How dare you, sir?
But-
Supernatural never needs to end. Is this a fight now? You got something to say about Dean Winchester in this house, sir?
Do you like Supernatural?
I do. But let me tell you.
I've never seen it, so I can't.
Let me tell you something about Supernatural.
I'm not gonna. No.
I'm 9 seasons in. I think they're going to start in 13. People go, well, then you don't like it. No, I like it just fine.
Shane's gonna be a flashback sequence. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what people say, but I just like the shock value of saying Shane's going to be on there. I want to go back real quick. Andrew, tell me why you liked The Haunting. I'm not going to roast you, dude. I just want to hear, not The Haunting, why you liked, what the hell was it? The one I hate so much. You know, Paranormal Activity. I try to scrub it from my brain. Tell me why you liked it.
Yeah.
Because they made 3 sequels, and there are people. My girlfriend watched the same movie I watched, and then she watched the 2 sequels without me, or the 3, or the 4, or the 5, or the 6.
I stopped after 3, and even though I kind of like the first one, you know, like I think you hated it more than I did, but I definitely didn't like it. But I think you hated it more than I did.
Dude,
I still didn't like it. But Paranormal Activity 2, what gets me is when you add like babies and stuff. It's like that's kind of freaky, you know, like just seeing the whole like the scene like babies being dragged out of the crib. That freaked me out. Like that was actually legitly, you know. But
how long into the movie did that take though? Was that the after credits? When did they get to dragging anything?
It was like near the end of the movie.
Yeah. they just sit in the house.
Yeah, it's also the way it's shot. Because that might have been a more interesting movie if it was shot with just actual...
People didn't behave like a person would behave. What took me out of that movie was that if you wrote those people like a person would behave, find a reason they have to stay in the house. Give me one reason why they can't leave, and then I'm all in. But the only reason you're giving me is they're greedy?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody that greedy.
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm going to show you something here, and then we'll discuss. We'll see what you think. It's a paranormal activity type thing. There's one more thing that really annoys me about paranormal activity that I'll share with you guys in a moment after this gentleman sees, because I'm looking for a particular picture. Anybody have a clue what that would be that annoys me about paranormal activity? I know. The acting. The budget. I guess I'm going to have to put cast. Okay, I'm going over to images. I'm trying to find a picture of the lead actor in that movie as he's portrayed in the movie. Go to it, sir. You try too, because help a brother out. What's his name? He never made anything after, I guess. Yes. When you see the picture, me telling you will be one thing. I just want you to see the guy's picture. Okay. This dude,
IMDb.
From certain angles in this movie, looked too much like me, and it really annoyed me. Right there, not so much. But from the side, there was a lot of me there. So I'm watching this movie, and not only did I not like it, but the lead actor, when you would shoot him from like this angle, I just putting myself there going, no, dude, I would leave. Why am I watching me in a house I don't even like the movie? So that pissed me off on top of pissing me off. Was the guy resembled me to me.
Why was he in the sequels?
Why were there sequels?
Now that I think about it, because like I haven't seen any of the other ones besides 2.
I think they went to 5.
But I'm just asking, like, he dies at the end of the first one. Why was he just a different character?
Spoiler.
I think he was just like, whenever the marked ones came out, that's when I was just like, I'm not gonna watch any more of these from here on out because it's your money grabs.
What's the moratorium on spoiler? When can you? What year? How many years?
I don't know, like.
Because I've talked about things 10 years old, and people be like, "Hey, man, come on, dude, you've had a decade."
I watch Collider Movie Talk, and I learn a lot from them, to be honest, because they're in that business. They know what they're talking about, and the embargo on reviews and everything, pretty much, like, the company will like tell them when it lifts so they can spoil.
But I mean, in your
like
mind,
John Schnepp, he spoiled Infinity War.
See, that's too soon.
Maybe like a month after.
If it's in the theater,
So,
I ain't going. I won't
but they
do it.
did, they put a little like spoiler alert tag on it.
I said that we did the Thanos thing, but that was off cuff.
But that's how I feel about like something like Infinity War. It's been out 2 months. It's making the money. I'm pretty sure it's at. I think it already beat Titanic. Like if I'm not wrong, James Cameron's about to be.
I'm so sick of James Cameron and his whiny ass.
James Cameron's about to be crying.
About to be.
If it beats Avatar.
Read an interview with him. I'm so sick of superhero movies.
Yeah, I know. It's just like it's got to be jealousy.
Dude, you have a robot from the future and big cats, and you complain about superhero movies. And not just big cats. You know how many more of those damn movies he's made already? That he's like coming down the pike? Like 3 more big cat movies.
Big cat. I get it now. I had to think about it when you said that.
Why have the biggest movie ever, then wait like 100 years to make a sequel? When you don't even need actors.
Let's try to films. I look at this pretty much all the time because I was curious.
See, now you're in the U.S., I think, because that's not world, is it? Or vice versa.
Well, I don't know how to change that, to be honest.
Just go to Watch Mojo. That's who I use, because they give you the world and the U.S. Watch Mojo, that's a lie. Box Office Mojo.
Says the website?
Yeah. You don't use Box Office Mojo? How do you know what the top 10 films were that weekend? What do you do, guess? You don't consult?
I watch Collider.
Oh,
Like literally, they always update
you're
on
one of
like
those
the,
lazy people that watch.
Yes, I watch the videos and before
spoon
reading.
feed.
Yes,
Internet, baby.
I would rather watch a video with informative information than have to read it. It's just, I don't know, that's just me.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube, right? Me too. You know what I enjoy more than anything is a video.
Because why would they want, like, they would be so bored if there was like a little Telegram version of this live stream.
Yeah, reading.
But I do read. Read your comics.
You still reading comics?
I just started getting into comics like a couple years ago. Like I really because I grew up just watching the shows, getting into stuff like that. Never really bothered to, and then I kind of like realized like it's it doesn't hurt to read the original material.
Dude, you have no idea how lucky you are.
I get so, and now I'm like into it. I've also got the new Star Wars comics, and people can say whatever about new stuff, but I'm with an open mind. But I'm currently reading the new Darth Vader because it's all canon.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting having Darth Vader being the main character of a story. It's interesting. So I just like with Star Wars for me, it's like anything that's going to expand the universe and make me learn more about it than other than the movies, I'll read it. But I've read a few because I think back whenever we had a conversation about the Killing Joke. I think when the animated movie came out, I think I told you that I recently read it before I watched the movie, so that was one of the big ones.
That was 70% of a perfect movie.
I'm still the whole Batgirl thing. No.
But they couldn't make a 35-minute movie like they should have.
Right. And I saw that in Conway before
I did too.
Before I lived there. But
we talked about this. They had it one night showing, didn't they? And then we
I think it was like 2 nights.
Yeah.
Like Tuesday and Wednesday or something like that.
I forget the name of the events. Fathom, where they do the special. Yeah, I drove like 50 miles to go see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else you read?
I'm still in the middle. I still haven't finished it, but I've started it. It was one of those things where you start a comic and you go a while without reading it and finishing it. I don't know if you just like breeze through a book like really quick or you just kind of take your time. I usually split it because I don't.
You read graphic novels then?
Yes and no. I read the individual issues, but I have went and got the big graphic novels of something.
When you were in my room a while ago, did you see all those boxes? The little
Yeah.
I have my comic books shipped to me every month, and it sucks because I'll get them on like a Tuesday, and I'll have all my comic books that should last me a month, and then I will be like a fat little piggy and read them all, and then I'm without books for 29 days. Sucks because there's no comic book stores where I live.
Yeah, which is why.
Frog throat.
Yep. Voices.
It's hard to enjoy comic books anymore because Marvel keeps screwing people over. They'll go 12 issues and restart. I lived my whole life for...
Number one again?
Yeah. I lived my whole life for a story we can continue for 30 years. But now, they keep starting over. They'll go like 6 months and restart everything.
Why it is, right?
Because number one's so better.
That's true. It gives people a fresh start and because a lot of people... And I agree. Back whenever I first thought about reading comics, I was like, man, it's confusing. And so with comics, you really have to look into it. And people's what is it? Attention span. To be able to read comics and keep up with the series. And so you pick up a comic and it says 357, and you obviously haven't read the rest of the. Then it's just and then sometimes it's that story doesn't have it.
They had a perfect thing to that though. People that don't know, they started and they quit. They would put first issue of the whatever series, and they put first issue up in big letters, and then somewhere, hey, it's actually issue 370, and they would start a fresh story.
Yeah, for Venom right now. Venom #1 came out. I forgot the writer's name, writer and artist, but it's because the Venom movie's coming out, and that's why they restarted #1.
So then they have and Venom is a character I hit or miss with. I like the Venom that was Flash Thompson from Spider-Man. They went back to, what's his name? The original. And I can't even think of it. Yes, Eddie Brock.
He's always been my Spider-Man just because of the animated series. That's why.
And see, different people, different things. Right over there, I have Spider-Man, what, 297, 298, 299, and 300. The run, the first appearances of Venom. And I'm hoping those books go up. My,
It's gonna happen again.
he just died. Thanos is getting
He did it again.
Mr. You know, I've got a box, Greg. You may have a box, but what you may want to do with the box is take the box and plug it into the extension cord. Let me see that. Never trust a laptop, kids. Laptops are controlled by the
You
man.
know what? I bet that's what it was. It was plugged in, but it was like technically it went out, and I never noticed because that doesn't show my battery life
Okay.
while I'm live streaming. So,
Do you want to put it in the box? Let's do one more review and bail. I think,
yeah.
we're talking about Eddie Brock. People don't care about Eddie Brock,
No,
except for Freaky Fanatic.
What else are we going to talk about during live streams than just what we love?
Good point.
But anyway, what I was going to say real quick is, yeah, I'm all about reading the good stuff right now. So any recommendations? What I was going to tell you earlier, I was trying to say is like
Wolverine's coming back after 5 years, dude. Jump on a train.
What I was going to say earlier is I have not finished it, but I am in the middle of The Dark Knight Returns because I have never actually
When you finish it,
read that.
go watch here. You come sit and entertain. I'll plug in.
All right.
After you watch it or after you read it, watch the DC movie adaptation. I'll show it to you in there on Blu-ray.
I do. I have the disc in like a little.
Have you watched it?
Square. No, I was gonna finish the book first.
Do that, and then when you finish the book, as you're reading, remember the one character. Have you gotten to the character this one with the paraphernalia from the 19?
Basically at the beginning.
There's a chick that has these gigantic, and she has these symbols of hate painted on them, and you think there's no way they could ever do that now. Oh no! In the cartoon, she is full on, sporting it.
Did they make it rated R? Anybody animated them?
I don't know if they did, but it would be rated R.
I know they did for the Killing Joke, but
This one never got a theatrical release, so maybe it's just mature. But man, they got it right with that one. They captured it
this is why y'all said it. Why is this like this? Because I've always wondered.
because it's been sitting there for years unopened.
So many years that it just.
You are watching a soda slowly come apart. All right, bro, I'll leave the rest to
The
you.
Bragg Coke, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you tell? Because, you're here.
Yeah.
Is it clearer now as it gets older?
Yeah.
To my mind, you can almost see through it.
Yeah, it definitely has some age on it. If you tried that, it would probably like make you vomit.
Well, I am going to try it. There is
One day.
a day on it. You know what that day is going to be?
What's that?
One of two things. Look at you. I haven't sat down yet. Let's fast forward. The day that I will drink that Coke is one of 2 days. The last video we ever make on this channel, because it could kill me, or if we ever reach 100,000 subscribers. One of the two.
How far are you away from that? Really far away.
Like 45,000?
You guys were only I think that's already been a couple years ago since we did the pizza review.
Yeah.
You guys were only at 10K then. You guys have climbed.
Really? Here's the thing.
I remember mentioning that.
And people won't believe this. There was a time that we had more subscribers than Joey and way more subscribers than Report of the Week. And I watched Report of the Week come and I said, he's going to get Joey. And he got Joey and I said, oh, he's coming. And then he just went from like, he's coming to, what? He's gone. And then about the same time, I think, I don't remember, but Joey kind of hit that little rocket. That idiot that used to talk crap about people. You guys know who he was. The kid, he would just come on and smack talk people and he put Joey on. And so Joey had a bunch of people go over there to hate him and Joey was smart enough to flip it. He leaned hard into the Joey character and they kept trying to hate him. And he kept all those people.
Whenever it was like he was really exaggerating his character like a whole lot, like that was some good days.
I talk a lot of smack about Joey, but that is the smartest move I've ever seen anyone on YouTube
I
make.
laughed really hard at his videos back then because I think his views probably most likely spiked at that point, just because of like the character.
They spiked, but he's grown ever since. Slowly. Yeah. That's where we're at. Any day that we gain 1 subscriber is a good day. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, just for now, just gonna let that charge before we do actual film reviews.
You're not gonna bring your stream back? You, sir.
I'm a horrible entertainer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do have a point, at least just to wrap it up.
How did these cookies get back in front of me? We're not done. We're gonna review something. The 15 of you that have stayed here through this and watched a man struggle with an iPhone.
Really?
Wow, little secret. This man is shooting from an iPhone tonight as well. It's been, an educational process. Are you one of those people that have your icons bigger than normal?
What big?
You have some big icons, my friend. It's a nice set of icons
being
you got
able to
going there.
see.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I could see fine, but...
I like Matthew Simmons. He's like, Greg will drink when he reaches 1 million subs. Yeah, maybe when I get to 98,000, I'll reconsider.
Man, I did rotate my device. Quit telling me that.
You mean Dame. About which thing, Matt? I don't know what we mean Dame about. I get the Dame questions often. I don't watch them unless somebody leads me to. Not putting you on the spot, but do you watch other food reviewers?
Yeah.
Who do you watch?
You guys, I'll watch the endorsement. I'll watch Ian every now and then when it's something that's like, usually it's like something like I reviewed, and then I'm like, what's his opinion?
I used to do that. I used to watch people, and then I would violently disagree.
It's usually just kind of like I do it, and I barely really watch that many people. But
after you do it for so long,
I have like phases of like I watch them a lot, and then I stop watching them for a long time.
Right.
Like that's why I skip a lot of y'all's videos just because.
Dude, I get it.
It just happens.
I get
just
it.
Like, and this is just another day. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just.
After you do it so long, no matter what the other person does, if they review food naked, if they review food while they're on fire, if they review food from an airplane, you're just like, it's another food review. I already do that. I just spent 5 hours editing one. I don't want to see one. I will watch this guy walk into a glass door because that's entertaining. You there yet, buddy? Yeah, look at you. Yeah, I bring it.
That rotate thing is messing me up.
See, I get the thing because we have that history. People are always like convinced.
But I don't know why it's a black screen. I haven't been able to figure because it's like it's live now, but it takes me to back out of it and go back in for this to fix.
Here's what you do, friend. Do a soft reset.
Just reset the phone.
Soft reset, the home and the power, where it goes back to the Apple logo.
Yeah.
That should fix it without wiping. Should fix it without wiping.
This middle button.
And the power. Now hold it. Eventually, it will go black. And then here in a minute, the Apple logo will appear. Once the Apple logo appears, let go of the buttons, but not until.
For anybody that needs that advice,
There you
got
go.
it for free. Just by giving it.
It's what I do. I use this voice when I do that. What I'm going to need you to do is press both buttons and hold them down for me. That's the voice I use.
Just do like a.
That's why I talk like this on videos.
iPhone tech video or something.
Yeah, we just gave it away for free. If you were this far in.
Use your other alternate iPhone, film with your other iPhone what you're doing, and just do like a professional
Funny you say that.
voiceover.
I have a video where I do show you how to reset 3 tablets. It's a value, folks. 3 tablets, 1 video. Any problem you have. So many people don't realize that an iPad is a giant iPhone and that you can troubleshoot them the exact same way. They think it's some magic device. No, it's just a big phone, man. That's what I do! Mark Henry quote.
You're so lucky that you've remained on a stream for so long.
You know who has joined us? Now we have to do the review, dude. You've got to make this work.
What's that?
Drake is here. And I'm going to tell you something because Drake always blows his lines. If we don't do the review, you know what Drake's going to be, guys? Guys, you know what Drake's going to be if we don't do the review? He's going to be upset. Things that don't happen in his universe. iPhone's working properly. Wrestling.
I may just have to redo another
Oh, do it. Because I'm going to tell you, the item we're going to review in a moment, it's going to break your phone, so you better get it fixed. I will dance while you fix this. This is going to be worth capturing.
What are we reviewing, Greg?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you.
Until we're doing it?
Until we're doing it.
All right.
Just like P.T. Barnum.
Let's make it a surprise.
This way to the great egress. One person maybe one day will understand that quote. So tell me, was Jimmy Buffett in this Jurassic Park sequel?
Jimmy Buffett.
I ask you that because, first of all, there are people that love Jimmy Buffett. I'm not that guy. I don't care. I happen to see one of those little things that they put out after movies come out, like the little extras. Do you know the scene in the movie?
Real quick, show me the title of this live stream so I can copy it.
The scene in the movie where the guy is trying to run with the 2 margaritas away when they first, what are they in the first, or the new reboot first one, when they come out of the sky and attack? That's Jimmy Buffett, and he is at his restaurant on Jurassic Park. Yes, trivia. Trout's writing that down right now because he didn't know it. He's going to unleash that next week and act like it's his. At this
I
point,
didn't know you all kept.
I did the second time. At this point, dude, we've been doing this for like, I don't know, a long time. Just write, hey, screw you, man. You know, I get the same amount of views. We have been doing this for 7 hours and 53 minutes. What's the longest live stream you've done before now?
I only really go like an hour and a half, really.
An hour's a long time.
Solid hour.
That's a long time to do something by yourself. I do
Yeah, I know.
do them.
It's rough because if someone doesn't join, I don't have anything to talk about.
Somebody doesn't join, then you bail, bro.
That's what I've done before. But I mean, that's why, you know, like me and you live streaming.
You got somebody to talk to.
2 people. They can talk, and then they can chime in when they want. That's kind of how it works.
You should
My hand
overtime.
has been explaining things.
And I'm very intently listening. Over time, here's what you do. You figure out a way that you your live stream consists of videotaped footage. Each day, you read 1 page from a book and then play it as a live stream when you finish the book. And then every once in a while, when you have viewers, you jump on and say stuff. There's your answer. I don't know. I feel like his phone has abandoned him.
It really has, because it's like locking rotation completely right now. Like, look at this. I can't change that. Here, just... It'll be a risk.
How's it? Can it go live? So are we live? We're live right now?
Yeah, we're live now.
Well, hell, dude. Let's do it. How often do you get this?
Yeah, what? Holding it?
We're live. Look, it's the wall behind you. Let's do it. We're only going to be on, like, who knows? There you go. Oh, ooh.
Yeah, try to turn it again. I don't know how to change that. And that's happened to me before.
Has it, though?
Alright, so... Am I...
Dude, I was all about that. I'm telling you. Try it now. It may or may not work. There's 2 ideas. You just given me 2 ideas.
Nope.
You've just given me 2 ideas for a live stream. Let me try one more thing. Live stream with 2 cameras on 2 different streams, one of them handheld. You don't even look at it. You don't even admit it exists. You are just like doing this. Or have a person very annoyingly put it on a selfie stick and just go like this at you while you're talking. That's one idea. My second idea is gold. I've long thought of taking the camera, setting it up for live stream, and not sitting down. Just setting up the camera, turning on the light,
Just stand right here.
and just leave it. Because I'm convinced if I do that, my cat will put on the greatest show ever.
Yeah. Just like mine did.
Well, bro, shoot it like this. Quit being stubborn. In fact, hang it, set it up there, and then give us a different view. I wonder the other little. Yeah. Hey, check this out. now everybody's gonna leave so they can see this view. This is what you get, guys, on Instagram TV. This is, whoever invented this likes to see people's heads real close together. But you know what? Maybe they're in a country where I'm restricted. Maybe this is the only chance people get to see us. Give them something different, Trav. Live on the edge. Live in the now. Let's do that review.
You're like,
It's not often I encourage abandonment, but go to his channel and look.
it looks weird on.
Yeah,
I'm literally grabbing the edge of the screen, guys,
that is creeping me out a little bit. I'm gonna leave
because
now.
I'm doing it perfectly.
I'm
You do it. It'd be funny.
now I'm coming back.
I can't get out.
Are you ready for this review?
Oh yeah.
You know, one of my favorite things to review in the middle of the night? Energy drinks.
Oh god.
Ah,
Oh god. He's getting an energy drink. I don't even know what it is.
I didn't
So we're
even
about to find out.
know it existed until like somebody told me. Here comes a couple close-ups, kids. It's the new summer edition coconut berry from Red Bull.
Multiple screens.
It's like a lure. I'm over here, man. The moneymaker. Hey, now just hold that and be quiet. Oh.
The view of your channel when we're doing this is like we got the entire thing in wide shot. You have not been interrupted this whole time.
No.
I am the main guy, and everybody knows this. TravTries
He
is
does
the channel
try.
that has technical issues, full blown all the time. There has been months that I've not been able to do videos.
You need
because
to
I'm
change the
not-
name of your channel to this. TravTries. No, really. Or I promise.
I promise, not gonna happen.
Are you ready for this?
No, but we're about to do it.
Can you turn that thing, and this is not, you won't even get the ref, this isn't a rock joke. Can you turn that sideways, and then you don't have to hold it? Oh, Gumby, the handler thing.
All right, it's gonna be you.
Oh no, so you're just not gonna, oh okay, I was like, come on man. Yeah, there.
What do you?
Yes!
Ah,
I'm getting this guy
You
trained up.
you have words and grammar and thoughts.
Well, I'm oddly rooting for this because, you know, the only hope those of us under the oppressive thumb of YouTube have is, at the moment, Instagram TV. So I guess I better learn to shoot living in a box looking like this. I just wonder who the executives are at the meeting that nobody mentions. Hey, we have the technology to turn the screen like this.
You know what I forgot till now? It's on 1%.
There's a reason that Trav doesn't drink, folks.
Well, they saw me try that. Or I didn't try it, but I drank a. I gave a toast on my 6-year video, not your father's root beer, because I actually do enjoy that.
Well, okay, that needs to like.
But I don't drink.
You need to come down. Get there. Yeah.
Let me guess. You're making the.
The screw on the back.
You're using.
Nope. There's a screw right there. Yes, this guy's fine. That's why troubleshooting over a phone with people is hard, because you can't point at things. And so when you're trying to tell people how to do something, they're like, "What power button?" Well, sir.
You know how we give Miss Elizabeth a heart attack right now?
How?
She said go to Waffle House.
He couldn't see. He can't see the colors, man. He can't see what's happening. Dude.
Special effects.
Yeah, that was cool.
Anyway, what I was gonna say is I bet you used that poster to find out if it's straight or not, right? Because that's what I've done before.
Mhm.
My door behind me, sometimes it's like this, then I know I'm not straight. So it's like, okay, I gotta get it right, because I know that my counter is perfectly level. So it's like, I gotta get it right.
This will drive you crazy. You know how I know it's level? Hey, that's better.
Let me go wider shot.
You have just accomplished something. Because I'm going to have to do this one day if I'm ever going to do the Instagram thing. I've been trying to figure it out. All kidding aside, he just invented the shot that me and Q could do reviews from without feeling completely weird about it.
There you go.
it works. It's a long way away, and we'll have to cut in.
They don't know what we're talking about. They just see like the shot of us. They don't. So basically, we have these phone stands. It clips on. That's how I film my videos, just for like
Tripod, folks.
Behind the scenes. Yeah, it's like it's a tripod, but it's a special tripod. Like people, when they think of tripod, attach a HD camera to it. These are iPhones.
That's true.
And whenever me and Ryan even found out these existed, and I even asked you, like, what do you use? And it's literally happened to be about the same thing. So it's kind of coincidental. But they just attach on, and now we've turned it where the phone is not rectangle, but it is this way. And like you said, the IGTV thing, I personally I haven't really looked into what it is, but go for it. Because now you've probably figured out a way to film it. And I might need to jump on the ball on it. I don't know.
Here's what he's saying. This is me. This is him. But it's like this.
Yeah.
That. You have to shoot it from that way.
Given an example given by the Red Bull Summer Edition, no sponsor.
No sponsor. Yeah, I think you've stumbled upon something with your awful phone. You know what people never see is that. I keep trying to get rid of my own people and send them to you. They never see that.
Star Wars Hot Wheels, my friends. This layout is just...
That guy right there.
This layout is just... It's incredible. And even you know that, because whenever you did the pickle slushy, and I've had I've had pickles recommend that. That's what I was trying to say. I've had people recommend that as like what I should do.
Show the people in both cameras. They want to see the color. It is.
You guys know how I do it.
It's coconut berry. Oh, yeah.
It's like a nice.
That looks weird.
What?
Wait. Now you're there. Yeah, see, that's a while ago though. You're gonna take it away and it'll still be there. Oh, that was uncanny.
Just pour it on the left.
You timed it to the time before, and you did it exactly. I'm the only person that appreciates that because there's no one else.
Yeah,
you didn't even see it.
Behind the scenes.
3 drinks. Our goal here is to explode Trav's heart. You a big energy drink guy?
Yeah, I mean, like I don't drink them all the time, but like I'll get in the mood for one.
Desert Island, they're gonna drop a pallet, one flavor. What is it?
I don't know.
Dude, Rockstar Red. The punched for the regular, red and blue for the diet. If you ever want to drink an energy drink and not gain weight, go with the red or blue. Don't drink the white.
Interesting.
Here we go. Drink one.
Whoa, that coconut flavor. That hit me right away. And you've never had this, right?
No.
It's just been sitting in your fridge waiting on an opportunity?
Bought it today.
Really? I really should have brought the ass monkey.
I'm that guy right now. I think this was my last energy drink, but I'm the guy that buys like 6 a day and I hoard them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. One more drink for me and I'll be ready, Greg. Drink.
Dang it, I didn't even think of that. I kept drinking and forgot we were going to do like...
That's alright. I'll tell you guys something funny. Since there's literally probably like 10 people left and they're hardcore people. When me and Q do this, there's 10 people left over here. When me and Q do drink reviews, he is a person that takes 1,000 drinks quickly. If you hand him something, he'll go like this. That makes for horrible video. Like, I do the countdown, I'm like, all right, man, drink one. And I don't even have it here, and he's bringing it away. So I literally have to coach him. I'm like, I need you to do one of 2 things. I need you to either, like, hold it, just let me get there, man, or just find a way to take a bigger drink. I don't know which he does, but yes, oftentimes you'll watch him and he'll just be coming up and the cut will happen because he's getting ready to come down already. But he'll finish it before I do. I don't know, like a hummingbird. What's your grade, sir?
One more drink.
This is flavor only because we have no way of knowing if it works. Excuse me. Little gas there.
There's a bug climbing up your stand.
Ooh, it's a lightning bug.
Same one that you swatted away earlier.
I bet it is.
Back for revenge.
Oh, dude. You know, we may have to stay long enough for it to crawl over the lens. I watched a fly do that once.
Would be cool.
I have it on video. It was badass. The fly,
The whole screen.
it was like a monster went over and then was gone, and then like whatever we were reviewing didn't matter anymore. It was time to end. Bastard. All right, man. Grade. Coconut berry.
A 90. I really like it.
I'm gonna go 85.
Why did I just did your grading system and went on both channels. I forgot
That's
about
because
this.
my grading system kicks
It's
ass.
because it's the environment.
You know why?
In your studio, and it's like it's.
You've just exposed the weakness in your grading system unintentionally. No offense. Didn't bring you here to Geraldo you. It's an 85. An 85 falls dead between an 8 and a 9. What to do? A suggestion. I know you don't like shades of gray, my friend, but maybe you could institute at least the 0.5s. Where it's either it's so close right down the middle, you don't want to give a misconception either way. You could at least put that into your grading.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
That's true.
I understand where an 8.2 really doesn't matter, but like an 8.5 is a big diff.
Like obviously after this, we're putting a lot of thought into a lot of things.
He's not.
But like for instance, maybe trying the non-reflective, maybe because I think after this, when we do a review, I'll go ahead and give it a shot to see what I think about the quality. I have known that older iPhones, like I've filmed on an older iPhone before, and the quality was different. But with this one, I really couldn't tell. But maybe whenever it's like in my
When I go back and watch a live later, I can tell the difference. And you know what? We've shot with Canon, we've shot with iPhones, we've shot with Galaxies. Galaxy, man, I'm not a Galaxy fan, but they have a damn fine picture for a video. There is a video on YouTube that I could show you that looks like it was shot with like a high-def professional camera. It's ridiculous, and it was shot with a freaking Galaxy. But by and large, people can't ever tell the difference. I never hear anything.
This guy right here,
Yeah?
Alex Hefner, he reacts to like, because he's like a kind of a hip hop guy. He's been reacting to like metal music, and I like metal, so
He does not look like any of those type things.
I know.
Judging him by the way he looks.
Just the newest video. I'm gonna mute it so that it's like not like I'm actually playing his video. But as soon as the quality clears up,
Right.
this is the guy. This is the camera I want. I don't know what it is, and like any comment that I could leave, it's probably not gonna be seen because you know.
The best
14K.
video I ever saw from anyone was Kevin Smith. He had like a moment where he was doing a morning show on a podcast for his network, and he would film them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good looking picture. That it cleared. That's a good looking
and
picture.
I love his editing too because he'll use a lot of zooms and like insert. Because what I was doing it before I even saw this guy, but yeah, like inserting movie clips. I love doing that, and like he does that.
I like to insert clips of Jason Callan.
Yeah.
I do. Enjoy it very much. I like to have Jason Callan reenact great moments in movie history for me because
You should watch this guy's reaction on
he's
Down
historic.
with Sickness because it was the first time that he was hearing Disturbed at all, and that was like 2 weeks ago or something. Wow. And he listened to Down with the Sickness, and when I got to that part, it's like.
Hold on a minute. You said this guy was a fan of this kind of music, right?
No, he hip hop head. He's exploring metal, and he's like really like enjoying a lot of stuff that people are. Yeah, he just did Walk even before.
That's a nice tune, and it's a shame Homeboy just died too.
Yeah. Rest in peace, drummer of Pantera. Don't know his name.
Alex Hefner has some fine camera work.
I know. Like,
Kevin Smith's better though, bro.
And what I've always loved, and I think would be perfect for a review, even though for your setup, nah, because you want to keep this background.
I never finished the thought on the background on why we have it.
The blurred background. I love that. And I don't know how to. I don't know.
Well, even
any
blurred.
setting on the iPhone.
I tried cameras. I tried phones. It was so white in here. Everything's white.
Yeah.
What happened was the phone, especially, but like Canon cameras too. Something in it went crazy, and it would try to focus on nothing, like whiteness.
Yeah.
And behind me, things would happen like, and it was cool as hell. But then you would watch things warp.
Yeah.
And like dimensional portals would open behind us, and we're just eating sandwiches. And finally, I was like, I got to give the camera something
Yeah,
to focus
what
on.
I don't like is whenever you have a camera that does do the face focus, you're in the middle of a cut, and you may have even just taken that first drink that you can't cut out.
Right.
Apparently, you can't cut it out, and it just did this like that in and out, and I'm like, dang it, I gotta keep that. And I've had cameras, do that on me before, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like the face. I don't know if this guy has that problem or anything, but so far he's pretty clean with his cuts. And,
He's doing this live, or is he?
No, this isn't. These are edited videos.
Oh, then you can bet he can go back.
He even pauses the song whenever he's like, because sometimes it's such a good song that he stops and he's like, he says his opinion on it in the middle of the video where he pauses it and then the clip goes away. But
that makes sense. Nah, it's different, man. He can go back, and YouTube did kind of jack us from one standpoint where we can't. If I drop an F-bomb and it gets by me in editing, I can't just go. I can go put a sound over it, but I can't like micro snip it from the YouTube editor anymore. Is there even a YouTube editor anymore?
I don't know. I use Adobe Premiere.
This guy.
I use Adobe Premiere, and I actually do have a download of because I tried doing like these Twitch videos a while back on another channel and just doing like straight up gaming videos, and it just I didn't stick with it. But for my friends that like cursed a lot, I would make it a joke to add a bleep, and it would sound funny because one of my friends would like cuss a whole lot, so it was bleep, bleep, bleep. And going in there and editing bleeps inside of a video is like a lot of work, but it was fun. So I actually do have a downloaded clip on here. It's not what I was about to say at home, but it's right here of a bleep sound effect that you can add in. But yeah. Boogie's videos, I really like
the same though quality.
I really like this video, by the way. You talked about his.
I didn't watch that one on purpose. I stayed away from it. I'll watch it when I'm in the proper mood because if I don't,
You have to be in the mood for a sad story.
Yeah, he's got a lot of sad stories.
And I'm happy with what he's doing. He's losing weight, and.
When did you take this thumbnail? Which video was that?
That was the quick one. That was like, I'm back.
There's 3 people watching that right now. Or is that the one you're on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, to explain, I haven't actually taken time to explain what's going to happen.
Yes, tell it to the 3 people. These people, they know. They abandon you, man.
Alright, so whenever you're live streaming, your phone dies very quickly. This guy knows this. Very quickly. I've been forgetting to talk to you then a lot. Sorry to the mrhappy0121 fans.
This guy.
Please subscribe.
Cater to your 3 people, man.
Please go to my channel and subscribe. No,
you lost one. You didn't talk fast enough.
But, anyway, basically, I didn't have the plug-in. We forgot to plug it in while I was live streaming, so my phone has now went dead twice during the stream. Hey, it's part of the memory now. We'll always have it. Like the fact that we had that bad of a technical issue, we'll always remember that. And you had none, 0, because this guy has more subscribers than me. He knows what he's doing.
I'm like Paige.
But yeah. So my phone died. To anybody that has rejoined and you're frustrated because it's like, oh, you got kicked off and then you had to come back. I apologize.
Come on, man. You guys are getting the exclusive first look at my new Instagram view that I'm going to steal from him that he did on accident.
There you go.
I'll name it after you. I'm going to, from here on out. Let's see. Mike Kennedy has some good thoughts, but I kind of have interviewed him over the last hour and a half, Mike. So if anybody has a question for Trav, it is 1:31. I'm about to lose
your laptop battery.
Yes.
So watch your laptop go dead now, and we'd still be. Well, no, we wouldn't be streaming. Oh wait, no, yeah, we would.
You could turn mine on yours.
It would be.
And then we could go back and forth. Yeah. Hold on, I think I got it back. If we don't shake the table. Yeah. Just before this kicked off, I don't have enough problems. I did the world famous thing where my laptop cord got yanked, so it's gonna show it. Anyway, anybody wants to ask Trav a question? You got 5 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Please keep your questions clean. And he does not want to speak on anything involving Polk County between 1998 and 2001. Those records have been sealed. We're not going to talk about that. Anything else that you guys would like to know about Trav?
Feel free to ask.
See, I told you we wouldn't talk about it.
Trav, can I call you? Can I call you Travy? You know, it's funny because people have made fun of my name by saying Travy or whatever, and I'm like, obviously, I'm not gonna rename myself that. TravTries. Think about that one. Let that sink in your head.
Do you watch live PD? I have on accident. It's not appointment viewing. Sometimes I go by and see it.
PD.
Police department. They have this 3-hour show where they just have.
Is it on like YouTube or?
Oh no. A&E. One of those that you go like. One of those where you're shocked that they stooped to pandering to this level, but they just follow cops around for hours.
By the way, I did not.
Did you ever see Jason's impression of Fred Sanford? No.
I don't think I have.
2 no's. Here's the secret about Jason. I talk to Jason more than I watch Jason. Not because I don't like Jason, it's just like he'll do like a 7-hour live stream on pork and beans.
Or 5 reviews a day. And hey, more power to you. That's why he's climbing.
Hey man, do it!
That's why he's climbing. That's why he's doing so well now. I think you know what it's funny. And I don't know if Jason is still here. I don't know if
He's probably not. He's got to work. He's asleep.
But Jason, it was funny as crap the other day. He did a video and it was like a minute, so I watched it. It was like I have a minute to kill. His thank you to everybody for what was it, 6,000
subs.
I watched that video and then I saw on his channel it said 5.9K. And so I clicked on his channel. He had 5,999 after he had uploaded that. Some people trolled by unsubscribing.
They will too. Or YouTube trolled him because YouTube will just do that.
Or it was just literally people happened to unsubscribe. But I personally believe it was a troll. That it was people literally making
Never make the video. You wait till you're 50 over.
Like,
man.
it was literally funny. He's like, thank you so much for the 6,000 subscribers. And it was like, you're one away, Jason. But then I realized, like, I've done that too. I think when I hit like 2,000, I went back down to like 1,998 or something like that.
YouTube will do that to you. It's like you get their attention when you cross. They do the thing where they say if the account hasn't been active in 6 months or a year, then they kill it. I've had that. The first time YouTube ever did that, I freaked out. I lost 500 subscribers. They had never done it before, and they instituted it. I woke up one day, and my subscribers went boop. I was like, what the hell? In that voice. Could you do that right now? What the hell? That voice? And then I went over and looked at everybody else, and people were losing like tens of thousands of subs. And I was like, oh, not so bad. Are you comment collected? Is that?
I was about to respond to that. TT, you know, it's funny because whenever I first saw their name was TT, I was like, are you inspired by my channel? Is that what, is it TravTries? Maybe. No, it's obviously for something else, but what was it? Captain Akron, by the way, he always hashtags TT like every single comment. I don't know what he hashtags for you, but
here's the thing you need to know. You need to find out what that means quickly. Because like I was a little slow because I don't watch as much porn, I guess, as I should. And so the whole everybody calling me daddy thing took me a couple weeks to get on board with, yeah, no, stop it. So it's good to know exactly what something means.
Well, I mean, for him, it stands for TravTries.
TT means, the double TT means that?
Not that.
Okay,
what
okay.
Captain Akron was saying.
Okay,
Like,
I feel
he's
you,
just
alright.
hashtagging like my initials or whatever you want to call it.
TTTT could mean some foul stuff in Tahiti.
Well, anyway,
Travis like, no, don't take me down this road
No.
again. Just, come on, man.
Elizabeth Trav, thanks for doing this.
She didn't say that. She said, thank you for acknowledging my participation.
It's really
Participation.
Water
Participle.
dew on grass.
You're a little gassy, Trav. You
Little
know,
bit.
maybe next
Hashtag
time.
burp time.
Maybe next time. For the sake of the quality of the videos, I won't have you shotgun 3 old styles in a row and put you on camera.
Oh yeah.
I just thought, man, they're only 12 ounces.
Cannon right now.
It's like 36 ounces, dude. That's not even very much.
Okay, so back to.
Oh yeah, people were asking you questions. They had 5 minutes, and that was 6 minutes ago or something.
What's my take on Logan Paul? I don't care. Thank you for acknowledging that. what was the trolling Elizabeth? I think she was talking about Jason, because I mentioned like somebody unsubscribed, he got down to like 5,999 out of breath. Travis inspires me to be a better person. Like, I try to do that, you know, like, if I can help somebody, then I will, you know, it's like...
There's something. Okay, now follow this. Matthew Simmons said something about Jason, well, that happened to him. We've been saying that here for years. Other people have been saying it, and no one believes it until it happens. And you don't believe it until you see it happen. He said that he was on sub from Jason, and he didn't do it. There was a week once where YouTube unsubbed me from the endorsement 3 times.
Really?
Unsubbed me. And this was when I was watching every video every day. And I would go back and I would sub. And then it would unsub me. I've had not thousands, but probably hundreds of people tell me through the years, yeah, man, we thought you quit. We were subbed and then we weren't. YouTube does some wonderful things to people, man.
Yeah.
They just, and then they will hello, Heather. They will never admit it.
I don't know. I don't know why YouTube is doing what they're doing. If any, like, some of this, it always seems like it's on purpose. Or
if they would
did you
just
see the Boogie
admit.
video where, like, I think...
Oh, where he had everybody on sub?
Yeah.
I did watch that one.
That's a very interesting, like, thing to do, because for him it's like it's an experiment. And it's actually, that is an interesting thing to do, because it does show YouTube like, oh, what happened to these numbers? But like, obviously he would want them all back, and I mean I would too, because like Boogie, you know, I also have anxiety, so it'd be kind of one of those things like, I just lose all these numbers. But it would be my own fault if I did something like that. My eyes. SpongeBob reference again.
See, you got SpongeBob, I got wrestling. We'll do a dual stream. All we're doing.
Just like them playing both at the same time. Like it's like really like throwing people off because sound going together and it'd be weird.
What Jason's doing though, kind of going back into that, where he's doing 5 reviews a day. There's ways, and
One take, and that's why.
Well, there's ways that he's not doing this on purpose. There's been times where we have caught the algorithm, and I've realized it. And the algorithm is like trying to hold sand in your hands, man, or trying to grab water. But every once in a while, you'll realize you have it. And when you have it, you better take advantage of it. And there was one time where the algorithm was, the more you uploaded, the more they pushed you. It lasted about 6 weeks. And we went through, we never did it like Jason, but we were doing like 14 videos a week at that point. And the videos just kept going and going, and then like, shut down. I wish YouTube would just come out and be honest. They could just cut a memo that said, look, there's too much video, too much information, and not enough people. We're doing the best we can. We screw up.
Yeah.
But instead, they always they ignore it or have a scientific explanation for BS. We meant to do that, Greg. We thought you needed to be, you know, inspired to want to see the endorsement more, so we unsubbed you 6 times in a row. It's crap like that that gets old real quick.
Yeah. I don't like it. It's, you know,
You guys tried the dill chicken at KFC? No, Russell.
I personally, I can't even remember the last KFC review I've done.
Let me ask you.
Years ago.
I have a video on here. Just type Mr. Happy KFC. A scathing promo cut on this KFC here where I went in there. It was 5 in the afternoon. They had all the lights turned out. And in the back kitchen, the lights were out. It was dark in the kitchen. All the employees were up front fighting. There was a guy with a dirty mop head putting dirty water around in the store. And they didn't acknowledge me.
Yeah, the Mr. Dark one.
Keep going.
Almost forgot you even have that channel.
Why I'm not reviewing the KFC Zinger. I go into depth and tell the story. I just go sit down and rant. I have not been back to that KFC since.
Really?
Dude, have you ever walked into that KFC?
Is it across from Wendy's by the bank?
Mm-hmm.
I personally heard a lot of stories about how bad that was.
Horror show. I had like KFC, like the company reached out to me and they asked me a bunch of questions and nothing was ever done about it. So yeah, I'm off the KFC boat. And it's not just this one local, like KFC as a whole has fallen off. I used to love it. But if I go in other cities, they're horrible. So now, like, I'm a Popeyes guy, I guess.
Popeyes is much better. I get the strips every time. Love it. Hey, another Popeyes review. It's been like a really long time. Me and you both know. Snacks. I was telling you yesterday. Drinks. So easy.
Right.
It's easy to go and just get a drink and review it. It's a lot. I feel like I can do it quicker than I can getting into like a food review. It's more to describe in a food review. So yeah, drinks are easier. That's why you'll see a lot of drink reviews. To answer, I think it was somebody, Mike Kennedy, Trav, let me know why to check your channel. Describe to me why they should check out my channel.
Because you're low key, man. You just tell it like it is. If somebody wants to see a review, the people that come here and are angry that it's taken me 73 seconds to get to the review, I hear this. This is a thing that it took him 2 minutes and 12 seconds to open the soda.
Yeah, I do.
He's on it, man.
I do watch some reviews sometimes, and I'm like, okay, you're going 7 minutes, and you haven't. And this isn't from you guys. You guys jump on it, pretty quick. Sometimes.
Fairly quick.
You guys will tell your story out. You'll save story time for after.
We put it after because we know most people don't give a damn. We lose half our audience the minute we give the grade.
At that point, the views are dropped already. Like,
right.
People, because it's like a lot of, like I said earlier, people's attention spans are so small, like they can't sit through a whole video of like a guy talking about food, like, and then stay around for story time. So they usually see the review and then bam.
And that's why he's here. You want to sell it? Here's the sale. His videos are quick, to the point, and he's low key instead of like this, like a guy always trying to sell you something. That's why I would watch his channel.
And the best version of that thing, peep this out, Ian K. He's the best version.
I love Ian. He's my guy, but no.
Ian K. No, I mean like to the most like professional. You know what I mean? Because his videos are like really like, he puts a lot of work.
He's most professional. He does things that it's one of those taste deals. Like Ian in real life, I always
Central TV. Connor, love that guy.
Like I don't know if it's in the shot. He sent me like a welcome to YouTube package my first couple weeks doing reviews. Yeah, it's not in the thing. It used to be there. It's up higher. Ian is the nicest guy.
Really is.
But then he has little things he does that like drive me crazy in the videos. Like to peep this out at the window.
It cracks me up every time because people are literally like, I know they're thinking, what did he just say? Or, people that, because I've seen videos where he's done that, and then they're like, oh, it's you again, like, and then they know because they know who's coming through, and that's kind of cool that he's gotten like that, like, cred a little bit.
Here's the other thing, and I'm only going to say this once, I'm going to say it quick. It's far, far into a video late at night, so it'll be like this. When I don't do, like, drive-through stuff much ever. I've done it a couple times lately, but if you'll notice, I change the person's voice, and I don't put their face on camera. You get paid minimum wage, things suck, you're in a fast food place. Do you really want to be on a YouTube video with some guy?
So like when you do
and is
pickle
it
slush.
Yeah, are you getting permission? Yeah, listen to that video, listen to the audio.
I didn't really take notice of how the person sounds. But
yeah, the audio was altered. They didn't ask to be on the video. Why would I do that? I know that's a thought, but I mean, there are people that maybe don't want to be peeped out. And I don't know, man. You see, I don't know everything. I don't know that he ain't going in advance and getting, like, people to sign stuff. But people are very litigious. That's my take on that. And it feels sometimes like certain people don't know they're being taped.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know, like, I feel like if people really didn't want to be taped and they saw that camera on the dashboard or on their window or however it's set up,
hey man, if you work fast food in Russia, everybody seems to have that camera. Otherwise, how do you explain all those accident videos? That's where it's coming in and out of the connection.
That's weird. Why does yours? Because mine gets brighter when it's on the charger.
Because I like darkness.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
when mine's under its own
mine
control,
is dim whenever it's
mine is dim when it's like my jam.
Oh
yeah, I'm a dark screen guy. She back to being acknowledged? We acknowledged you.
Elizabeth, you are acknowledged. I keep forgetting.
Hey, wait a minute. Elizabeth,
Are you listening, Elizabeth?
hear me now, and believe me later.
Multiple cameras.
We henceforth acknowledge you, big guy. All right. Okay, man, we've answered questions. We have done this like way too long.
Oh yeah.
It is 1:47 in the morning, and
Which is basically my
I
lunchtime.
hear a rumor that we're going to be making some more videos.
We are.
So, RDR food reviews, you ever watch them?
Don't even think I've heard of him. Just to be honest.
He's pretty good. No, boy, that came off really bad. See, sometimes I can't even tell. I'm like, he's pretty good. No, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, he's all right. Yeah, he wasn't bad. I just see so many.
She told us to shut up. We will never shut up. We're food reviewers.
Yeah.
Literally.
What kind of food review is that?
Like they're gonna hear our voices for like years to come, so might as well get used to it, right?
You know, I'm gonna tell you this one off camera because I'm not gonna be too savage. But once again, go find your favorite food reviewers on Instagram and see what they're putting up and calling reviews over there. I'll tell you what we've done, and I'm not in any way happy with it, but it's way better than what other people are doing. In fact, I'm gonna put up one right now. I'm taking the food close up and doing it in the Instagram. I'm doing it, giving a special whatever, but I'm doing the landscaping for the rest of the video. Does that make sense? I'm taking like videos from over here and doing that part, except for the food close-ups, and it feels better than anything I'm seeing where people are taking their cameras and filming their old reviews with the camera upright. Yes, this has happened. And I mentioned to that person, maybe they should not do that because that's not the impression you want to leave early in the process.
Apparently we got on to Blink-182.
Tom DeLonge should have stayed in Blink-182. Yes, he should. I have, like, that in Water is Wet, my friend. Yes, he should have. Have you tried the Doritos Wasabi recently? Saw it at Walmart. We have a review. Like you said, man, I have other channels, and it's weird because Doritos Wasabi.
Wasabi.
And that's the other thing. I have people get frustrated with me sometimes when they ask me. Not there.
I mean, it would have came up.
No. Look at all the dudes with little kids.
I know.
You know,
there's a lot more food reviewers. I think that, food reviewing, like a lot of people think it's like a dying breed.
I don't know any of these people.
I know. That's what's.
He just put in Mr. Happy Doritos Wasabi, and it is a page full of people eating Doritos I ain't never seen before.
With the wasabi Doritos.
Yep.
Fun-sized reviews, family food dude. That's kind of a catchy name. Family food dude. Food dude.
FFD.
Family food. We're technically giving people shout-outs that we don't even like.
Sure.
They're gonna go check them out. Like, hey, these guys said something about you on the live stream.
What'd they say? Well,
No,
they said you exist.
We literally said you exist.
I would take it, dude. If anybody would just randomly shout me out in videos, Mr. Happy, what about him? He exists.
And the fact that people actually go at it, because a lot of people are going to hear straight out, they're not going to actually go and type it in. Because with me, if I hear a name of somebody and then I'm like, oh, I should look that guy up later, I forget.
We're deep once again into this, so I will say some things I normally don't say. I have another channel. I have these channels that I use for research.
Yeah.
That's driving you crazy, isn't it? The number 2 or 3 reviewer on Twitch, I think his name is like Holtz or something, not reviewer, streamer, video game streamer. He gave one of my obscure channels a shout out, like unintentionally, and literally just the guy talking about the video spiked the hell out of it.
Oh.
It like 2,500 views on this obscure channel in the middle of the night, and they were all like, "Dude brought us. Dude didn't bring you. He mentioned it." It was about Thanos. You would love it.
Quick question from TT. Explain the girl with the dragon tattoo poster. I've actually always been wondering, where'd you get it?
Let's see. Okay, that's the American version. I got that one from Amazon. You were just in my room. I've got let me back up. I'm a huge fan of that entire series, but I'm a bigger fan of the actual version, not the American version. David Fincher's great, but the original books and the original movies, awesome. So I have like various posters from all around the world, and I've had to order them in some weird places just because I'm a big fan. And most people never even realize what the hell the poster is for. They're like, what is that? Is that the Black Widow? Sure. She's awesome. Orlando Chavez, thoughts on the report of the week, aka review bra. Quickly, because we've talked about the same thing we said earlier, just do it in time and a half speed. What do you got?
Breath first.
Wow.
I talked to Report of the Week a long time ago when he was like probably in, I think you even said like before he was even 1,000 is whenever you...
No,
like,
13,000.
13,000.
Yeah, is when I found
I'm
it.
pretty sure he was in the hundreds whenever...
Wow.
Like whenever, I think it was like back whenever they had the nice little YouTube, you didn't have to, through email, that's what it was, where you can send an email through your YouTube account, but it was like, it just sends directly to the email that they're using for the account. I don't remember what we talked about. I can probably go into my like, but I mean, I never delete any emails, so it's got to
Note to self.
would have to go all the way back in time, but it was like probably my first or second year of doing it, and I think it was back whenever he was just doing. He had that little office, and he's always done like the suit, the slick back hair, all that, and I always just thought this like, there's a reason to watch this guy because it's just so different. And you said real quick, but I'm just trying to like get all my thoughts out.
You didn't give any of those thoughts earlier, so it's new material.
I think he may have like, I think he said something about my channel, or I was complimenting him. But I think I said like, I really like your videos and everything. And I think it was it's back in the day where like
You're pussyfooting around something. How was the interaction?
I would actually say to people like, hey, check out my channel, because like back then it's like
you didn't know better.
I was like, I don't, and I don't like it when people do that now. Like
you didn't know better.
Or like posting, they're like, hey, check out,
hey, check this out.
Like, like check this out in my comments or whatever, and it's like, okay.
Don't do that, guys.
But I like him. I haven't watched him in a long time, but I have seen the blow up. And
how was your personal interaction with him?
Even Ryan has never really even heard of him, and then now he knows about him because Report of the Week has become his own meme. Like he's like on the internet, he's on Facebook, people make fun of him, and now his camera and everything looks great. And he said he's been getting out of the office more into like cars. The exchange was nice. He seemed like a really nice person, and I feel like he'd probably be one of those people now, like, oh, even though I'm blowing up, he probably still is. We don't know.
There's one, and I say this is not kidding. That's what I guess I have to do sometimes, because I say so many. I'm not kidding. There's a food reviewer, I'm going to tell you off air. Somebody on here must have watched long enough, I've told this story, that hates him. The Report of the Week. Had a personal interaction with him, and it was not good.
Really?
Because I went to this person, I was like, there's this guy. He wears suits. And the dude was like, I know. I'm like, wow, that's a little negative from you. And he's like, oh, you don't know. They gave me the story. Apparently, he'd done what you did. And on that day, I guess the Report of the Week found something he didn't like and blew the dude off. This was like eons ago. And since then, this guy has been actively rooting against the Report of the Week. Personally, I can boil him down real quick. First time I saw him, I said, this guy, if he keeps doing this, first of all, I respected the fact he never did the bit where he went to somebody's video and went, nice video, bro, great review, one of those. I never saw his comments anywhere. Basically, if you were the guy on every video doing that, I started to lose respect for you because I saw what you were doing. He never even acknowledged there was anyone but him. It was always just him, and he was always his own character. Singular. That's like the strategy Vince McMahon uses. Never admit other wrestling exists. You're the only one. In fact, you don't even think about it. You're not even, you people aren't wrestlers. They're sports entertainers. That's what he did, man. With a suit and whatever, he wasn't a food reviewer. Yeah. And I was like, this guy one day will eventually blow up, because if you watched one video, you want to watch more and more and more and more. I watched like 20 in a row to see if it was an act. I wanted to catch him faking.
Yeah.
No, he's that dude. That's why. I said the same thing about Joey, and I don't like Joey's videos. I know he's not still here, but I never have liked. But I said the same thing. I said there is a segment of people that's gonna like this.
Yeah.
And he's different. Ain't nobody else doing that. Like us, we're a dime a dozen, man. Couple dudes with their hats on backwards.
Literally. Either of you tried doing a meet and greet with subscribers? It's like, obviously, personally, I'd love to do that. I have not been to VidCon yet. That'd be interesting, but you know what's going to happen? Nobody's going to show up at our panel. Like,
Panel?
You know what I mean? Like the, whatever, the desk, the corner that you got or whatever. Or just, if it's just like a walk around.
Here's how meet and greet.
Like, I would probably have to literally put on TravTries, like, for people to even know. You know what I mean? Because, like, they would just see me. I would literally blend with the crowd and look like I'm just there.
Here's how it works, Trav. I go to events with large numbers of people. Like 100,000 people. Maybe, if I'm lucky, 1 in 100,000, or 200,000, or 300,000, or 400,000.
Not to interrupt, but you've been recognized.
Yeah, I was going to get there, though. But it's, when I'm going to go to something huge, in my mind, it's got to be like 100,000 people for one person.
Yeah.
To maybe have seen a video. Think about it, all the people in the world. I got like 44 million views. That, and you got people that watch.
Usually it'd probably be like a small world moment where it's just like, oh, you happen to be in my area.
Yeah, like 10 times have I ever said, I'm going to be somewhere. If you guys, want to come hang out and say hi, tell me and I'll meet you there. And like, it's always concerts. And every time somebody will be like, hey, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. And I've taken pictures with people, meet them at like whatever. But if that's a meet and greet, I'm happy to meet people. Hell.
Fun fact about this guy, I have not been recognized in person. Jason Callan beat me to that punch. He's been recognized at work. Like, he worked with a guy, but like his first being recognized was, I think he said something about, like, he was just at work and a guy got hired and he's like, are you Jason Callan from YouTube? And it's like, yeah, that was back whenever he was like way lower numbers.
I've been recognized by people not like that, and it's uncomfortable because it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, there is kind of that thing of like, you're not behind a
camera. And I ain't trying to be like, don't speak to me. Yeah.
You're not behind a camera now, so it's like, well, this is me now. Like, this is who I am. Like, for me, it would be like, people would probably meet me and be like, man, he's a lot shyer than I thought, because I am. I mean, it's like, I am in person, but...
Put this in your head, though. The people that met me like that, met me based on either the orange video or the potato video. Not food reviewer me. The times that I've had people like recognize me like that, it's a video with millions of views where they're like, you're the dude with a potato. Then you're like, what do you say to that?
What was your guys' first car? Mine was a 2000 Ford Focus. And I just got, not to brag, but a 2014 Nissan Sentra.
1978 Ford Futura, sky blue.
What is... You comfortable with them knowing what you drive right now? That white car?
Yeah, it's just a white car. I don't care about cars.
Hyundai,
you know what? I don't even know what I drive.
Hyundai Elantra. What year is that? That is the same car.
That same car, my brother has one, and 2 of my coworkers have one. And there's 16, 17, 18. 3 years running from the outside, they all look the same. My brother's car's a year newer, and he's got the package in it, and it's way cooler. I don't know, don't care. You know what my favorite car is? One with no payments.
Exactly.
I don't care if it's like
before I had this car, it was a Volkswagen Golf. Google what that looks like. It's a little hatchback, 2003. It hit a dead deer. All my oil just leaked out. My engine. That's why I had to get a new car. Like I would end up paying more to fix it. I got that new car, full price, no payments. That was the dream, right?
That's the best.
That's the best. And now I'm like, oh God, I gotta save.
Everybody's different. To some people, it's really important to have a specific kind of car. It's not even in my head. I've had people come up. There's nothing kind of more embarrassing than somebody wants to come up and compliment whatever you're driving, and you're just like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's one of those, and I put the key in it, and it turns on.
It actually has a white Elantra just like that.
See, you're already a car guy, man. You're knowing words.
I'm not. The thing is I'm not really though, because whenever I went to get that Nissan, that was just literally what they showed me. That was the one I test drove, and I was like, I'll take it.
I hate white vehicles, by the way. They're just cheaper.
I just don't. I mean, personally, not saying anything about white car because Ashley's car looks really nice. I think it's 2013 Hyundai Elantra. Looks really nice. It's got kind of muscle to it. It's like, you know, and it's white and it looks nice. But me personally, white car, nah.
I don't know things about vehicles, but I know a lot about retail.
Well, mine's silver, so that's close enough. But I'd rather have silver or like a darker color.
Watch this. Now that I've told you this, put this in your brain and plan it and remember it. You'll see more new white cars when the next year's models come out, because what happens is the cars that don't sell are friggin' white, and they put them on sale, and they sell them cheaper because they're white and everybody's got a white car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
are we done here?
I think we're done here because it is now 2:02. That is a perfect ending point. We probably should have ended it even earlier, but
Your third stream was 49 minutes.
already almost an hour just for the third version.
I just keep eating them.
Finish them up, man. You can have them. I'm not taking them home.
He's right.
Gift.
I'm gonna eat them all. All right, man. How do we wrap this up?
How do we wrap it up? Do we just
Well, man, they're having some intense
we just awkwardly
Infinity Gauntlet.
It's always at the end when people start talking the most.
Let me tell you the ideal way I'm gonna wrap up, because he'll never know. You guys could put it in the comments of every video. The only way you'll ever know this is if you see him in person. One day I'm gonna sit down with Q and we're gonna do a live stream, and I'm gonna get up to go to the bathroom. Now I'm gonna have to do it in another camera. I'll have my phone with me. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to film, and I'm going to go outside, get in the car, and drive away. I'm going to drive about 8 miles up the road, and then I'm going to send him the video. And he's going to be sitting here, and he'll answer it, and he'll look and watch the video of me leaving him, and he'll sit here looking at the camera, awkwardly going, credits. That's my dream way to end a video.
So you're going to let him just have to awkwardly end it by himself?
Again, you think he cares. I appreciate that.
No, I'm just saying, how do you think that would go?
How do I think that would go?
Would he just get up and say, bye, guys, or would he even say anything?
He would do this, shake his head, get up, walk by the camera, knock the stand over, and just leave it live and walk off.
Would he really? He would really knock it over like me.
If I left him hanging like that, he would. Dude's got no chill.
That's interesting. He seems way more chill for YouTube videos.
He is totally chill like that, but he doesn't suffer fools gladly, in other words. I mean, he would go in his room or whatever, he'd leave, he'd be over it by the time he knocked the camera over, but that camera ain't sitting upright. And it ain't getting turned off.
So mean, but so good.
If what I keep hearing about Big Cass is true, then good riddance. But who knows? Wrestling talk. Here's what I do think. Put him with Enzo, make that money for 6 months, and then Big Cass can go into accounting or selling cars or whatever he was meant to do in real life, because he never was much of a wrestler. And you can't teach that. Tell me what you think. Are you a big fan of Enzo?
I don't know what that is.
God bless you for that. Thank you. Where is
When's the TravTries stream?
Oh, dude,
well,
that's a dream.
Well,
I would love to see you put him on your back and carry that dead ass weight around.
Not even Greg, just Trav and Q.
And I'll just sit right over there and make some popcorn and have some beers and watch. And I would just watch. Because, dude.
It'd be funny. It'd even be funnier if I was just like, all right, Q, and I just let him take the reins. He'd be even more wait, what?
He would do it for a minute. But the thing is this, I would only allow you to do it on your stream because you got to have him on a leash, man. He doesn't follow anything, so he doesn't know how the world is as far as people getting offended about stuff. And people are always like, why don't you let him talk? And I always say, go to Facebook where all the stuff we cut out of videos is located and watch any video where he talks. And you will understand quickly why I don't let him talk. He talked, I just took it out. I've had to get up and run over and hit the stop button.
Because you're running too long.
Because he is in the midst of getting ready to kick off with something that's going to get me shut down. And he don't even know it.
Wow.
Yeah, so you want to play with that dynamite?
Q, I personally have no idea, but I personally have not seen him since I've been over here. So take that where you want. Unless you want to update them on ways, dude.
Boots and a sandwich.
Boots and a sandwich.
I like to say really horrible things that are very obscure that one person will go, oh my God. So my answer, boots and a sandwich. All right. Best WrestleMania match. Ever? Quickly, Orlando, give us ever or this year. Because this year was the worst WrestleMania in recent memory. The Money in the Bank was better than WrestleMania this year. Every decision, if you want to watch a man slowly lose his mind, if you've ever just hated me for a minute and wanted to watch me just descend into madness, watch the WrestleMania video. I start with so much hope, and then by the time 6 hours is, I've aged 30 years. I'm bereft of any feeling.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretend fighting makes me feel that
Here's
way.
how much I don't watch wrestling. Last time you did the WrestleMania live stream, you probably remember I joined. I said, hey, I bounced. Mainly because I watched it and then I started driving. So I was like, okay, and then I could have easily have been like, I'm gonna aux cord Mr. Happy right now. I'll listen to music instead. Personally, because anything that you were saying about this thing, I would not have known what you're talking about. But like, it was interesting because it was that different view that you have never used of your bed, and I was just like, okay,
There's a part of the house we never
like,
seen.
I was literally interested with just that. I was like, and like the fact that that door, it's the bathroom. I was imagining that as like that's the front door. It's a small apartment or something.
Okay,
like,
I got
my
you.
brain just went straight to like he has like a living room set up with like just a bed and a TV, but.
Surely
No,
he wouldn't have a
he's
home,
lot-
this guy.
He's a lot more.
WrestleMania, the second Shawn Michaels Undertaker match, probably my favorite. There's better matches, my favorite. The thing about wrestling, what you said earlier about comic books, people that don't watch it think they know what it is, but it's not that. You don't, unless your family takes the time to marry each other as a hobby, you watch wrestling as men fighting. People that really watch wrestling and spend hours at it, you have a storyline, and these guys are actors. It's like watching a tri-level TV show. These actors are placed in separate billing each week on a different TV show, but it's the same actors. Then you have the people that write the show. You know about the people writing the show because you follow it online. And you know that when one guy gets mad, he gets punished so he loses. When you watch this week, you understand he lost this match because he kicked in the bathroom door. It has nothing to do with wrestling. I'm like looking at the Matrix. I don't even see shit. I see numbers when I watch wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see what people see. I'm that guy who's screwing that guy's girlfriend, and he got legit mad in real life, and that's why that guy this week had to do this in a match. Nothing to do with it. That's why I watch wrestling.
There you go.
And you can't, like, commute because people go, but say it, cheers.
It was just it was just that thing. Like I have watched it before.
But how
as
do you get to that
as
level?
an adult,
Yeah.
and I just can't get into it because I'm sure that you probably grew up with it, pretty much. Like you.
And here's the thing about that, too.
And like it's that thing that I just never bothered to give it a chance because I've had my cousins watched it and everything, and anytime I would watch it with them, I was like, this is just not my thing. And there's a lot of things out there that's just not going to be your thing.
It's like a calling, dude. I grew up in a time when there was no internet, and from the very second at 8 years old I laid eyes on it, I knew it was fake. I knew because you could see the guy stomp his foot when he punched the guy. And I don't care who you are, even if you're a smart or a halfway smart 8-year-old, if someone punches you in the face,
It's not
and
gonna
these guys are hitting each other like 10, 20 times,
like that.
I became fascinated with how it worked. That's all I ever wanted to do was how the trick was made. And people that watch wrestling for years are in the crowd booing and cheering by the booking, not by the match.
Yeah.
And you can't make people understand that. It's just like stupid or foreign to them. It's like me trying to explain Star Wars to the Chinese who don't seem to enjoy it. That's what it is. A small percentage of the Chinese enjoy Star Wars. Less than $100 million worth per movie.
I think I heard Last Jedi did actually kind of well in China.
Of course it did. Because they effed up Luke. How did Han Solo do in China?
I don't. First of all, real quick, we are wrapping this up. Han Solo's marketing was the worst. That was literally like nobody really even knew that it was happening. Whenever, I saw it like in front of movies, trailers, but the
I knew it was
marketing-
happening months in advance.
I know, but like personally, like, what I like, the people knew about it, but they just didn't give it that oomph that like Rogue One had, or the Last Jedi. So I mean, people can say whatever they want about any of the movies, your opinion, but like the marketing, that's.
Can I give you an alternative take though?
Yeah.
Star Wars really doesn't need marketing. If you really, I understand what you're saying, but really,
I'm just saying that's why Solo had bad numbers first weekend. Here's a lot of those people that do in the whole like petition to like for a chunk of people to not even go see it.
I didn't like the actors they had, but that had nothing to do with it. Here's what I'll say about that movie. It did feel like they had their finger on the pulse. From day one, the very first time I heard it announced, I was like, that will be the one this week. And here's why. Who really is the most beloved Star Wars character from the original three? Who is it? It's not Luke. He's a whiny little bee. I mean, you might go Yoda or something, but like Han Solo's pretty untouchable.
People love Han, and pretty much an even amount of people love Leia.
If you love something so much, you don't want to see somebody screw it up.
Yeah.
You have a whole universe of characters that you could. A Boba Fett movie would have doubled those numbers.
It would have, but I was.
That's where I'm at with it.
For me, it's
they
like,
picked the wrong character.
I don't see the hype in it because Boba Fett, like to me, is like just. Yeah, I'm gonna get hate for this, but he's a very overrated character.
No, see, you're into Star Wars like I'm wrestling. You've gone through levels where you realize you'd have what? How many lines of dialogue did he ever have?
How he dies. And scream at the end. He's like, he just hits that. It's ridiculous.
The reason he would work though is he's so open.
Yeah.
And then do you go back and recognize that he may not have even been a dude? Was he a clone? Was he original? When was this? What was it? There is a billion things you could do with that. He is universally known, but nothing's known about him.
Yeah.
Could have done like a Yoda movie. Obi-Wan would have done better.
Yeah, that's legitimately one of them I want to see. I want to see an Obi-Wan movie with Ewan McGregor.
I will go pay my money for that.
Even though
right now.
People can say what they want about the prequels, but he's the best part of the prequels, in my opinion. Obi-Wan from Ewan McGregor, best part. It was just George Lucas with the script and everything. It wasn't his fault, in my opinion. But I want to see like Ewan McGregor act in an Obi-Wan movie between episode 3 and 4. His adventures, I guess, on Tatooine or whatever, or even if he goes somewhere else, came back, we don't know. Ewan McGregor, and he's older now, so he would already look older.
Right.
But just give him that, like, closest to the episode 4 version. Give him the white, get it. Maybe not white beard, but let him,
get there.
It's coming in. It's coming in. He's getting older. It doesn't have, like, I wouldn't want it to be like, right after episode 3. Give it some time. Just that's what I want to see. But I know that with Star Wars, it's like if you expect too much, and if that movie came out, I would expect all this stuff and then be disappointed. Even if it was a solid movie and it was good, I would be expecting too much out of it.
All I'll say is nobody wants to admit the obvious.
But with Han Solo, like with Solo Star Wars story,
you picked the one untouchable character, man.
I personally enjoyed what I saw.
Did you see the movie? What do you mean? Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, I watched Solo.
Okay. By the way, you said I enjoyed what I saw.
Yeah,
he got up and left halfway through.
I enjoyed Solo, but like I said, the marketing sucked, and I wasn't expecting anything. So that may have been why I enjoyed it. I didn't have any expectations about that movie because I had no excitement at all. Even though I'm a Star Wars fan,
that's what I'm saying.
It was because it came out in May. They were trying to push it back into like May, and if they would have waited until December, there would have been more build up.
That's true.
And I've really so far since Force Awakens, I've enjoyed the December release.
To
me, like even though that Star Wars kind of belongs in summer, I've really gotten used to
Christmas
Star Wars. To me, that's.
But if you take that in a vacuum, you're competing with Avengers and Deadpool, and it's like bam, bam, bam.
Why? It's like why? Like they could have just pushed it and like make it where right now we wouldn't have seen it.
I don't think it's Star Wars fatigue. I just think they picked literally the worst character because he was the most popular character.
Yeah.
They could have picked anyone else. I think we should go now.
Yeah, definitely.
Darth Maul. Would you have watched a Darth Maul Star Wars? I think a Darth Maul Star Wars movie.
Have you seen the fan-made Darth Maul?
Yes.
On YouTube, that thing is incredible. They did a lot of work into that. Lightsabers looks like.
Spoiler, by the way.
Straight out of the movie. No, I meant.
I know.
YouTube.
Right, but spoiler. He's in.
He has a cameo in Solo.
Mm-hmm. Sore spot. They had to work that timeline a little bit.
They had to work the timeline because a lot of people that watch Star Wars movies don't know about the Clone Wars and Rebels series.
And then they don't know if those were canon or not.
And Lucasfilm has made it, and Disney have made it very clear. The comics that are being made now, and the series, the animated series, are pure canon. And people take those and like, nah, just the movies. And I'm like, no, like the stuff you're
Spider
reading,
legs though, man.
Well,
come on, man.
it's canon, but spider legs, and then like I guess people complained, so they changed it into where he just has like robotic.
Or maybe he just hadn't gotten to the spider legs yet.
Whenever he was wearing the hood with the hologram, I had a split second of like Anakin, but then I had to realize no, he went from Anakin to Vader. Like there would have been no way, but like the way it looked like Anakin in a hood, like without Vader. And I'm just like, that's really. And then the last thing I expected was to see horns.
Again,
I was literally like, that's kind of cool because they tie it, because these new movies are trying to be more like the original trilogy, and they kind of are, but that ties to Phantom Menace being like all of these movies
brings it back home.
All these movies.
You didn't waste your time.
Anybody that's like, oh, you hated the prequels, suck it. Like we're gonna bring some characters from that.
You got to. Some of them were great.
And I love that moment in Rogue One where that one dude pops up, Leia's adopted father. That was great.
Old ass Mace Windu would have done better than Han Solo.
I would have loved for them to fix that. Just Mace Windu never died and he pops up again. Samuel Jackson.
It wasn't canon.
Samuel Jackson in anything. Like I just pop up, give him a beard or something. It's like, hey, I didn't die when I got thrown off that building.
So that's my wisdom.
This whole scene is retarded anyway. So.
I'm leaving you with this. It's not Star Wars fatigue. They just picked literally the one character that people feel they know enough about and don't want to see someone else play. That's what happened.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did you get disconnected?
Nope, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I was like, because that went black. So anyway, as for I guess I'll do like kind of my outro. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this very interrupted at least 6 times, and a lot of camera angling change. This guy, never had to change anything. He did a straight, perfect, one-shot thing. But that's how it goes. We're learning. We have, like, semi-ghetto setup. Like, it's not, perfect. But who could say they had, like, this perfect setup where they could just set the camera up and go? So.
Okay.
Good night, Elizabeth, by the way. And good night to all of you, anybody that stuck around for this long, into the late hours. Thank you. And, yeah, definitely stay tuned for reviews with this guy on my channel.
So now, I'm going to let you guys in on something, because we'll do it next time. And these people will know. One of these days, we're going to do this again. And Q and I have a word when we're live that one of us will say, which means just basically whatever I'm about to do or say is just go with it. And so, like, the go with it conceit I just had in my mind was for you to turn off your camera or think you turned your camera off, and then we sit here for another 5 minutes and talk like the cameras are off. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't like get it to you.
Oh, okay.
Then we could have just savaged a bunch of people, and then see, I am an ass, dude, because I just love to work people. I think it's funny.
So basically, what you're saying is like you tell Q that the camera's off, and then like he says about stuff that you keep in the.
He gets up and fiddles with it, and then I'm like, "Is the camera off?" And he sits down. We're just like, you know who I don't like, and these people think that like, yeah, that's kind of how we keep the subscriber counts down.
But to the Mr. Happy0121 audience,
a bunch of sadists if there ever were any, because they're here on purpose for that kind of treatment.
On my channel,
he's
TravTries,
nice.
exclamation point.
He really does. He's a nice guy.
I just did my 6-year anniversary video Saturday. Check that out if you want. Feel free to. I have a whole library of reviews. And it shocks me sometimes looking through my videos. I'm like, man, there's a lot going on. It says that I have about 500 videos, but I know that's not 500 reviews. And I've got a couple of videos that are private. So we need
to talk about that next time. We didn't even talk about this. You've been very prolific at times, but you've taken like months off at times. What's the longest you ever took off? 3 years, Greg.
like I said in my 6-year video, I've done videos every year. I never like took like a whole year off, but maybe like 6 months, half a year. I know that the growth would have been a lot better by now.
It's hard to say, man.
It is hard to say, but like I do kind of, I beat myself up about it, and but there was always a good reason. Like it was always a good reason that I was off, or rather, I literally gone months with technical issues that I could not.
Here's
fix.
a question to ask
Plus,
yourself.
Not long ago, I didn't have a job, so I was poor as F. So there you
Here's
go.
a question to ask yourself, though. The growth wouldn't have been as much. What would the growth? What if you were at 50,000 subscribers? Would that be good? Would that be cool?
With me, it's really just like.
See, that's the thing.
Numbers,
that's what I'm saying.
Numbers are numbers.
You're like, I would have grown, and that's what people. What you figure out is 1,000. You want 1,000. You get 2,000. You want 3. You keep thinking there's going to be a number where you get some, and you're going to go, that is the number. Now I've only got like 54,000, but I can't imagine that at 57,000 I'm going to wake up and go, that's the number. You hit 1 million, you want 2 million, I would assume.
Yeah.
You're PewDiePie, you would probably wouldn't mind a couple more. So you just drive into a black hole. So if you're ever
it's an ongoing thing. You hit a milestone, you're trying to get to the next one, and you just kind of realize like. Because I used to be more obsessed with the numbers, more obsessed with views and everything, and now I'm just like way more calm about it. I'm like, whoever's going to watch my stuff, they'll watch. You know what I mean? Like it's as plain as that. Like if you're gonna watch my videos, personally, like I said in my 6-year video, I'm just grateful anybody would watch my stupid face anyway. Because it's just this thing of like I'm just a guy, and like if you respect my opinion on stuff, and I've had people literally like, I come to your opinions on food. For a reason, because like you said earlier, I'm honest and straightforward about it, and like obviously, like you said, you don't take 2 years to get to the actual review. But yeah, I have my slip ups. I have my like. Sometimes like you'll see like, oh, he hasn't done a video this week, and there's always a reason. Like I don't have.
Don't beat yourself up over is where I'm going with that, man. Just if you did it, it would be done now. And I don't really think your life would be that much better. You know? I just don't see it. I could be wrong. Maybe there's always the video. But even like if you had a viral video, it goes away.
Yeah.
So.
And the views, I mean, even if you get a video that's like 51K, it eventually, stops. I think my highest viewed video right now is still the Chester's Flamin' Hot Fries. I don't need to read that. And I think it's sitting at 31K.
I'll tell you one thing.
That's my highest viewed video, and to me, and look at the difference between Chester's and this. That's a big, like a lot more people have watched that one.
And this sounds really dismissive.
Get all the hate.
You understand how YouTube works way better if you have some videos that hit millions, because then you see what another level of the game looks like, as Dane would say. You get to see what. It's like you step up on a mountain for a minute. I can only imagine what people with millions of subscribers and whatever see.
Like
because
Pewdie,
what you see,
anything you put up is gonna be viewed. Like Pewdie could put up a 3-second video that's like, and to me it's like those are the best ones because it's something hilarious, like something really stupid. Those are what I go.
But look at his percentage of viewers versus his percentage of subs. Everybody's a shit. Mine's like 5%. His isn't even that. I don't think. There's rare exceptions of people that will average, more views than they have subscribers.
3 million.
And if you pull up his last video, is it 1.5 million views? 2.7. That's still 63 million people, and he got 2.7 million views out of that.
Yeah.
So at 10 million subscribers, that's 27%. Yeah. And then at 20 million, that's like 13.5. It just keeps going down. I make videos because I want to.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's fun for us.
And like to go on the week and you can't make it, I understand it's painful because you want to make a video, not because you're worried about a number.
You kind of got that little like, even if I've gone like 2 weeks, there have been times that I've gone a couple weeks because of like work and making me way overly tired, where I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit in front of a camera if I don't feel like it in that moment.
I always feel like sitting in front of the camera. That's not the part that's hard.
And like for me, it's just this thing of like, well,
the editing is hard. Like, even bad
editing is that people don't understand. Whenever we put up these videos and everything, a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes editing. Like,
hours.
it takes work. Like, I think the longest an edit 4 to 5 hours if like it's like a big video where I'm inserting a lot of little crap.
See, I don't even have to insert crap
I've
before we
gotten
go
faster
25
at it.
minutes.
Like my like rating and how it's like a blurred camera and then the rating pops up. That's just literally like, okay, here's the impact font, and like I know how to do it quicker now because I've gotten used to it. But you know, yeah. So there has been like 2 to 3 weeks at a time lately, because it used to be like months. But lately, you know, if I go a few weeks without doing a video, it's like rather there's a reason. Technical issue, or I just simply am so exhausted that I don't like, because you know.
You won't believe this when I tell you, but in 4 years, I haven't gone a week without one. But there's been times, dude.
He's the one doing it right. Like at least, like for me, it's like I at least try to do one a week, if anything, and like.
But if I'm gonna get one a week, dude, that's gonna be my best shot. That's gonna be everything I had that I was gonna spread over 5 videos. That's gonna be the video where we talk about everything.
Yeah.
And then the food item will be something like a bag of peanuts, because I want to get past that and get to the stuff I want to talk about. Speaking of stuff we want to talk about, we're done, dude. We got more reviews to do.
We literally went on way too long.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I don't have a live stream greeting or closing. Yeah. I've talked to myself.
And goodbye to the TravTries audience.
Let's turn off the mics and get out the hookers and blow, and then.
Like just as soon as this camera drops,
Yeah.
it's like.
Goodbye, guys.
We'll see you guys, and stay tuned for more videos. Because you know what? I'm not done.
Come here, check this out. You wanted to know. By the way, we're still live.
Ended mine.
You're the one guy I feel safe just 177. We're just like 2.5 minutes away from 3 hours. We couldn't make it.
A viewer right there.
One guy left. He's like, "No, we're really leaving, guys. I promise. We're out." I can't believe we just did 3 hours. You're gonna be sore tomorrow.